On Swift 98, SVI Media, and the SVI Sports Network, this is Star Valley High School Sports and the First Bank of Wyoming countdown to kickoff.
Changing color of the leaves in Park County, Wyoming, where the Cody Broncs play host to the Star Valley Braves and what has become a historic rivalry between these two powerhouse programs that have owned the 3A classification of Wyoming high school football now for 11 consecutive years. And tonight they meet at Cody High School, where the visiting Star Valley Braves bring in their 27-game program win streak on the line with the top ranking team in the Wild Preps Coaches and Media Poll, 6-0 on the season, and the number one Star Valley Braves. Their opponent tonight, the Cody Broncs, also undefeated, 5-0, second-ranked team in the Wild Preps Coaches and Media Poll. And as is normal now, you don't need to say too much about this game to stress how big it is, how important it is, how much it matters, and anything about these two programs in general, because it's Cody and Star Valley tonight.
Yeah, at this point, over a decade's worth of rivalry has kind of done your job for you from a motivation standpoint. Both these programs have probably looked at this game clear back in April and May and circled it and knew it was going to be a big deal probably down the line, and here we are tonight. And most likely it's going to be a great game, another chapter in that rivalry, and somebody is going to be kind of in the driver's seat for postseason home field, most likely, is what this is probably going to end up being.
When you look at the Cody Broncs this year, they have quite the offense, as we saw from Jake Hibbard in his breakdown last night on Star Valley Sports Night. This is a team with a lot of speed, both on the perimeter and in the backfield, and they're always sniffing out that big play offensively.
Well, you don't have to, if you want to look at how fast Cody is, all you got to do is go back the last few years and look at the 4x100 relay, some of those types of events in the spring. They have got absolute burners on the outside at skill position, and they've always had that, at least under Coach McFadden, over this 11, 12-year stretch, however long he's been at the helm. And they've got some burners tonight, too, as well, and that'll be Star Valley's challenge, is to be kind of slowing them down or at least get in front of them.
Cody quarterback Cash McFadden certainly can sling the football, but the Broncs have done it on the ground this year. The number one rushing offense in 3A football, averaging, get this, 345 yards per game on the ground this season. Yeah, that's the best in the state of Wyoming. On the other side, the top defense against the run. Get this, Star Valley allowing 47 yards a game on the ground this season. Compare those two together. That's a big gap.
Well, that's probably going to be one of those stats we point at the end of the night, and whoever gets the best of maybe that one statistical category might be what determines the outcome of this game. Yeah, you look at even the common opponent last week, Star Valley played Powell. I think they allowed it was like 40 yards of offense to Powell, 43, I think, on the ground. And, if Cody only rushes for 43 yards tonight, it's not going to be a good night for them. If they rush for 350 yards tonight, it's not going to be a good night for the Braves. So the answer probably lies somewhere in between.
It's the game of the week and one of the top 10 games in the nation, according to Max Prep. Star Valley at Cody, live on SVI. With the First Bank of Wyoming countdown to kickoff on the way, we'll have your Crimson Corner. We'll have your roundup, tidbit of history looking back to the 2021 season, which was a big one for both of these programs once again. Recap the rivalry. Millie Kazare on the sideline with both Coach McKay Young and Coach Mac McFadden. When we come back, I had the chance to speak with Star Valley High School senior Ikaika Cope. And Ikaika going to be on the way after this. Star Valley at Cody and the First Bank of Wyoming countdown to kickoff on the SVI Sports Network.
Discover the convenience and reliability of Star Valley Disposal and Royal Flush Septic for all your waste management needs. We offer comprehensive services, including residential and commercial trash removal, septic pump outs, and a variety of porta potty options with optional cleaning schedules. Trust us for efficient and professional solutions. Visit StarValleyDisposal.com to schedule your service. That's StarValleyDisposal.com.
At Western, students don't just earn degrees. They experience growth, friendships, and opportunities. Western Wyoming Community College. Enter here with passion and leave with purpose.
There's no place to enjoy the fall season like Alpine, Wyoming. Enjoy fly fishing on the Salt and Snake Rivers, camping and hunting up the Grays in the Wyoming Range, hike the trails in the Bridger-Teton National Forest, or bring your off-road vehicles and enjoy the backcountry. And with plenty of lodging and dining options at affordable prices, you just can't beat the fall season in Alpine. Experience the fall season like Mother Nature intended in scenic Alpine, Wyoming.
Kodiak Mountain Resort is expanding with an indoor heated swimming pool, hot tub, pickleball courts, and a new large play set for the kids, all coming in 2026. Reserve your stay at KodiakMountainResort.com. Star Valley Sports on SVI are presented by Edward Jones Financial Advisors Kyle Terry, creating tailored solutions to address your financial needs, and by Rusty's Tree Service, the tree removal experts. Call 248-2442.
Senior Spotlight on the SVI Sports Network. Ikaika Cope joining us today. Ikaika, another big win for the Braves last week on homecoming. What was that like for you guys to get the homecoming win against the Panthers?
It was awesome. It was a great environment with the home crowd there, and it just felt super good to get that win. So,
now outside of the win, what was your favorite part of homecoming last week as a senior?
I'd say the dance. The dances are always awesome. Great environment with all the teammates, and we love jumping around. So.
Cool. Now, of course, you don't overlook anybody, but let's be honest. You guys have been looking forward to Cody. This has been the big one in conference play, going up to their place this week. What are you guys working on in practice to get ready for the Broncs?
So we've been going over a bunch of defensive and offensive stuff. We got our scout teams going for us, and we've been just studying a lot of film. During lunch, we're in the film room. We're getting ready for this game. So,
what do you guys have to do well this week to beat the Broncs?
We just got to go out there and play our ball. We got to be Braves and just go play some football and hit hard and do our jobs.
Ikaika Cope, our Senior Spotlight on SVI. All right, now outside of baseball, you play some other sports. What else do you do?
Yeah, so I do baseball. I do indoor track. Baseball, obviously, there's not high school baseball here, so I play up in Jackson. So it's a little bit of a rivalry, but yeah.
Now, there's been a few Star Valley kids that have gone up and played with the baseball team in Jackson. What's that experience like? And maybe walk us through what that season looks like.
Yeah, so we play in the spring, and we do a little carpooling system. We got like 3 kids playing up there. It's a little rough because we have to drive like an hour and a half, but you kind of get used to the drive, and so it's worth the drive to play some baseball. So
awesome. All right, outside of sports, what else do you like to do?
I love playing piano. A lot of people don't know that. I actually played piano for Mr. SVHS and won that, so yeah, I love playing piano.
Mr. SVHS. Are you sure it was the piano or was it the hair that won that for you? Tell us what you use on your head, man. That's awesome.
I just use a little bit of a clay product, and it keeps my hair going, so yeah.
Nice. Ikaika Pope today on SVI and the Senior Spotlight on the SVI Sports Network. Ikaika Cope joining me. I'm a Sox guy myself. The dang Yankees, man. The dang Yankees. All right. So how about your favorite food? Do you have a favorite food?
Yeah, I love chicken Alfredo. I love chicken Alfredo.
Nice. All right. How about favorite music?
Jazz. Jazz gets me nice and relaxed, and yeah, I love some jazz.
That's awesome. Ikaika Cope today on our Senior Spotlight with the SVI Sports Network.
Ever wish you could be the boss of your home Wi-Fi? Well, with Home Zone by Silver Star, now you can. It's like having your own Wi-Fi command center right in your pocket. Whether it's setting up a guest network for visitors, controlling what your kids can access, or checking your connection speed, Home Zone has you covered. With Protect IQ, you'll have a virtual bodyguard for your Wi-Fi, blocking unwanted threats before they reach your devices. Home Zone by Silver Star. Wi-Fi control, coverage, and security all in one.
It's my happy day. I want to sing it all the day. My best friends are always with me. We sing, we dance, we laugh, we are happy every day. Have fun with us. Let's say happy, 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 happy. Happy.
In healthcare these days, you just don't find a place like Star Valley Health. We really do focus on providing the best care.
Our employees take so much pride in their positions. They know that if their kids get sick, if they get sick, if somebody gets in a car accident, that there is that personal tie.
They get to see the change that they make in their life, so it's fun to be involved.
It's almost game time. This is the First Bank of Wyoming countdown to kickoff on the SVI Sports Network.
The Braves make the trip through Yellowstone National Park today to take on the home Cody Bronx. This is the First Bank of Wyoming countdown to kickoff. You're home for totally free checking, where free really does mean free. Visit gofirstbank.com. Coach McKay Young taking the helm again for Star Valley in his 10th season and has got a program record 27-game win streak under his belt and looking for his 4th consecutive state title with the program. We'll hear from Coach Young in just a few moments, but first with Star Valley, Cody, number 1, number 2, we could see home field advantage in the playoffs on the line on this one in the western side of the state. Similar scenario on the eastern side of the state. Tonight with the Jake Hibbert Studio Report, Jake looks at how home field advantage for the 3A playoffs could be on the line on the eastern side between Riverton and Lander.
Thanks, guys. Well, 3A home field advantage is pretty much on the line tonight. At least that's how I think it's going to go. And I'm not just talking about on the western side with number 1 Star Valley at number 2 Cody. I'm also talking about on the east side as Lander is hosting Riverton tonight in number 3 versus number 4. That game kicks off 1 hour after ours, and for both Riverton and Lander, what a rise it's been through recent years. We've given a lot of praise to Mark Lennart and his turnaround of the Riverton program. Well, how about Jim Burton, who jumped from Evanston to Lander 3 years ago and now has his Tigers cruising to a 5-0 start? That's been led by the 2 running back attack of Braden Baker and Cody West. But how does Lander's defense handle the spread out Wolverines attack tonight? Riverton was able to put up 38 points against Cody back in week 1, and their offense has surpassed 550 total yards 3 times already. And Riverton's offense leads the league in personnel package shifts as well, so Lander's defense needs to be flexible and also aware of who's on the field at all times tonight. Defensively, I think is where Riverton might have the edge in this matchup. Outside linebackers Cameron Vincent and Braden Martin can wreak terror in their 3-4 scheme. Vincent's going to operate as a 2-point edge rusher, and on the opposite side, Paxton Yates is a 6'4" defensive end who has 7 pass breakups on the year and 6 tackles for a loss. Yates, Martin, and Vincent are going to be the difference maker tonight one way or another because Lander loves to run the ball, so it's going to be on those 3 edge defenders to keep them contained and not let the run bounce outside. The rest of 3A is battling for playoff relevancy tonight. Evanston needs a home win over Jackson to stay alive for a playoff berth. Meanwhile, Jackson is looking like the true number 3 team in the West, but I don't see that happening. Green River is at Powell, and having beaten Evanston already, the Wolves can inch closer to a secured playoff spot. And that would be a pretty big deal for their program if they can get a win tonight, as head coach Blaine Christensen's 3rd year could have the Wolves in the first playoff berth since 2017. And those are the main storylines going on tonight around the conference, East and West. But they all seem a little secondary to the real main storyline, which is number 1 Star Valley at number 2 Cody. And that's your guys' story, so I'll send it back to you.
Thank you, Jake Hibbert. It is the big story, and not just in the state of Wyoming, but Max Prep's calling this game tonight number 10 in the entire United States, as we have a beautiful night in October in Park County between number 1 Star Valley and number 2 Cody in the latest Wild Preps Coaches and Media Poll. That's the Jake Hibbert Studio Report presented by the Lincoln County Weed and Pest. Help keep Star Valley beautiful. Please spray knapweed at your homes and businesses. Contact the Lincoln County Weed and Pest for the details. We're about 20 minutes away from kickoff time. Star Valley, Cody will return after this on the SBI Sports Network.
Lincoln County School District 2 Transportation Department has multiple openings. Work mostly weekends as a full-time activity driver starting at $25.75 an hour plus benefits. Or you can work weekdays as a full-time daily route driver starting at $22.75 an hour also with benefits. Or work part-time as a bus aide for $17.50 per hour. All positions include paid training. Visit lcsd2.org and click job openings.
Silver Star is proud to announce a new service, Smart Town Wi-Fi. In partnership with the City of Afton, Silver Star is now offering a free, secure Wi-Fi experience in the city park and downtown corridor of Afton, Wyoming. More locations will roll out soon, so register your device and experience the difference with Silver Star's Smart Town Wi-Fi in Afton. To get started, visit silverstar.com/smarttown. That's silverstar.com/smarttown.
Discover your future with Simplot, where a multitude of career opportunities await. Whether you're interested in mining, agriculture, engineering, technology, manufacturing, management, or a number of additional options, Simplot offers not just a job, but a truly satisfying and rewarding career. Explore our diverse range of positions and find where you belong. Visit Simplot.com to view available positions locally and across the United States. That's Simplot.com, a world of career opportunities.
The leaves are falling, and so are our tire prices. Right now at Point S Tire and Auto Service, save up to $200 on select Falcon, Toyo, Nexen, Hankook, and Nokian tire. Whether you're taking a scenic drive, heading to football games, or making the daily commute, we have the right tires at the right price with no stress. Stop by PointStire.com or your local Point S today.
No stress with Point S.
The countdown to kickoff is made possible by First Bank of Wyoming, your home for totally free personal and business checking. Visit gofirstbank.com.
Star Valley continuing their warm-ups here in Cody High School as we continue with the First Bank of Wyoming countdown to kickoff, where you're more than just an account number. Visit your local branches in Alpine and in Afton. Also, for what it's worth, in Cody as well with First Bank of Wyoming. Duke Ganson, Dal Erickson here with you. Just about 17 minutes away from kickoff time between Star Valley and Cody. A big one, of course, again tonight. But first, let's take a look at what else is happening in the Crimson and Gold this week. Here's your Crimson Corner tonight.
Look at the cross country. They ran at the Fort Bridger Invite yesterday. Really a picturesque thing. Go check out my Twitter account if you're interested in that. The starter is a guy wearing Mountain Man buckskins and a black powder rifle. That was pretty cool. And the Star Valley team's even cooler, taking first place. The Lady Braves and Braves. That's the last regular season event for the Star Valley Cross Country. They'll be at regionals in Casper next week and then state in Cheyenne the week after that. Volleyball, one match this week. It is at Rock Springs. They are there tonight. That one starts up at 6 o'clock. Football senior night is next week against the Evanston Red Devils. And earlier today, the Star Valley freshmen defeating Cody 35-20. That's a look at your Crimson Corner from Teton Tactical Supply.
Follow them on Facebook and join the Teton Tac Facebook group where they raffle off tactical gear and guns with limited tickets for fair odds. That is Teton Tactical Supply. And how about the Roundup tonight, presented by Sunrise Engineering?
In the 4A class, Sheridan, these rankings courtesy of WyoPreps.com, coaches and media poll, by the way. Sheridan at Rock Springs, Cheyenne East and Cheyenne Central in a battle of ranked teams. It's also a battle in the Oil City between Kelly Walsh and Natrona County. South at Laramie, Thunder Basin also in a rivalry battle against the Camels. Here in 3A, Star Valley, Cody, Riverton, Lander, as Jake just talked about. Douglas is at Rollins tonight. Green River at Powell. Jackson at Evanston. That's an interesting matchup there. Torrington at Buffalo. One final in 2A. Cokeville running all over Kemmer tonight, 42-6 in that final. Otherwise, Bighorn is hosting Glen Rock. Mountain View at Warren. Lyman at number 3 Thermopolis. Number 4 Lovell is at Pinedale. And number 5 Burns at the Patriots of Upton Sundance. That's a look at your Sunrise Engineering Roundup.
Creating solutions that work and relationships that last. Visit sunrise-eng.com. That is sunrise-eng.com. Again, Star Valley and Cody with the First Bank of Wyoming countdown to kickoff. When we come back, John Little with the tidbit of history. He'll take us back to the 2021 Braves, which were the first of this current three-peat for Star Valley looking for their first. Back to 2021 with John Little up next on the SVI Sports Network.
In the heart of the Rockies, land is more than property. It's a legacy. Whether you're buying a family ranch, a mountain retreat, or selling farmland, it takes local knowledge and trusted hands. Austin Callison and Andy Neal, licensed in Idaho, Montana, and Wyoming, bring unmatched experience with Hayden Outdoors, the West's premier land brokerage. Hayden Outdoors Real Estate, the brand that sells the land.
Miles CPA is your trusted partner for all tax-related matters. Our professional and qualified accountants ensure you keep and get back as much of your hard-earned money as possible. Whether you're an employee or business owner, rely on our tax experts for precision and expertise. Visit us in Afton or Alpine or call 307-885-0055 to schedule your consultation. Secure your financial future with Miles CPA.
At First Bank of Wyoming, we know you're more than just a number. We know the important numbers that matter most, the ones that tell your story. From starting your financial journey to planning for your first home and reaching your family's financial goals, we're here to celebrate your story, not just your transactions. From milestones to memories, we're here to celebrate every moment that counts. When you bank with us, you're part of a community that cares about every number that counts. First Bank of Wyoming, where you're more than a number.
Live coverage of Star Valley Sports on the SVI Sports Network is made possible by TerraPower, a nuclear innovation company. The Right Company, your local siding and gutter experts. Call Ready Mix, located north of Afton. Miles Beverage, proud to sponsor Star Valley Sports. Hillam Orthodontics, generations serving generations since 1966. And by Star Valley Glass and Lock, automotive, residential, and commercial glass.
In 2021, Star Valley fell a touchdown short to the defending champion Cody Bronx in the state semifinals. Players say the loss lit a fire. Running back Derek Astle says that playing Cody felt like looking in the mirror. The same program, just different colors. This competition inspired the Braves to elevate their play. By the end of 2022, the Braves were back to challenge Cody's three-peat bid at the University of Wyoming Stadium. The Braves began their 2022 season at another stadium at Boise State University. They played without their quarterback Taft McClure, who was still out with an injury from last season's Cody game. Backup quarterback Luke Linford led a 21-7 win. When McClure came back, the offense exploded. McClure didn't just pass. He shattered records. 409 yards one night at their first home game. Later, 480 and 6 touchdowns against Powell. That season alone, he owns over half of the school's 300-plus passing yard performances. One of those came in the homecoming matchup with Cody. The Braves lost, but McClure threw for 408 yards. He says the way to beat Cody was through the air. Astle says Cody's big plays humbled the team, but the game set them up for their rematch in Laramie. During the game, McClure says nerves gave way to confidence after the first touchdown. The Braves scored their first touchdown off a 19-yard pass from McClure. Cody answered, but both defenses held into the fourth quarter, when another passing touchdown sealed it. Star Valley won 14-7. Coach McKay Young says that the victory was very emotional because they went in as underdogs. Cody's three-peat dream was gone. The Star Valley's three-peat run just getting started.
Live coverage of Star Valley Sports on the SVI Sports Network is made possible by TerraPower, a nuclear innovation company. The Right Company, your local siding and gutter experts. Call Ready Mix, located north of Afton. Miles Beverage, proud to sponsor Star Valley Sports. Hillam Orthodontics, generations serving generations since 1966. And by Star Valley Glass and Lock, automotive, residential, and commercial glass.
Ever wish you could be the boss of your home Wi-Fi? Well, with Home Zone by Silver Star, now you can. It's like having your own Wi-Fi command center right in your pocket. Whether it's setting up a guest network for visitors, controlling what your kids can access, or checking your connection speed, Home Zone has you covered. With Protect IQ, you'll have a virtual bodyguard for your Wi-Fi, blocking unwanted threats before they reach your devices. Home Zone by Silver Star. Wi-Fi control, coverage, and security all in one.
I think being in a small town, you just really care and you take more pride in the work that you do because you're working with your neighbors. These are people that you see out in the community. You see them at kids sporting events and parent-teacher conferences and the grocery store. These are our neighbors.
One of the reasons that people also come back to us is they trust us because we are friends, we are family. And so I think there's a lot of trust in the community.
Are you sidelined by a sports-related injury? At Alpine Foot and Ankle, Dr. Andrew McCall specializes in treating ankle sprains, Achilles injuries, chronic ankle pain and instability, flat feet, and heel pain. Dr. McCall's expert care ensures you get back to your active lifestyle quickly and safely. Don't let foot and ankle issues hold you back. Visit alpinefoothandankle.clinic to learn more. That's alpinefoothandankle.clinic.
This is the First Bank of Wyoming Countdown to Kickoff, live on the SVI Sports Network. Stop by your local Star Valley branches in Alpine and Afton.
Star Valley Cody, no description needed. It's number 1 versus number 2 in Park County tonight. Both teams undefeated, prolific offenses and stout defenses. Coach Young, Coach McFadden. It's all part of the First Bank of Wyoming Countdown to Kickoff. Duke Dance and Dal Erickson here with you. Dal, let's recap this, what has been an incredible rivalry between the two over the last 10 years.
It was a pretty good rivalry before, but the last decade plus, it has gone up a notch. It began back in 1957. Overall, Star Valley does lead the series 30-13. Here in Cody, the Braves lead at 14-5. The last time these two teams met was in Laramie in the 3A state championship. Star Valley won that one 20-7. Looking at the trends, as we've mentioned several times, the two schools have won the last 11 3A championships. Star Valley has won the last 5 games in the series. Cody's last win over Star Valley on their home field was in 2021. That's a look at your rivalry, brought to you by the Lincoln County Sheriff's Office.
Remember, when you're impaired, do not get behind the wheel. Drinking and driving, just don't. This message from the Lincoln County Sheriff's Office. Let's go down to Amelia Kazare with the Miles CPA sideline report. She's standing by with Coach Matt McFadden of the Cody Broncs.
Okay, so I'm here with Coach Matt McFadden, right? Okay, so Star Valley has been dominant all season long. How do you plan to challenge them in this game?
Well, I think I'd make an argument that we have to, right? They're 6-0 and we're 5-0. I think, but what it comes down to, I think when two good teams meet is who's going to control the line of scrimmage, who can run the ball, and then who makes the least amount of mistakes. So got to hang on to that ball and win up front.
For sure. And what kind of tone do you want to see, and have the team set for this game?
Yeah, I just like to see focus and focus and ability that, hey, if it's a good play, we focus on that, and then we move on to the next one. And if you lose that play, then we focus on the next play. So really just locked in, engaged, and focused.
Okay, and last question. This is always one of the biggest games of the year. How does the rivalry between Cody and Star Valley impact how the team prepares?
I think it's an easy game to prepare for. Not that they're easy to prepare for, but it's easy to get up for it. It's easy to work a little bit harder, to put in a little bit more time. And to be honest, they're kind of a team you prepare all year for. So we always love it. It's an exciting week of football. It's great for Wyoming. 70 degrees out here, two good teams, and we're fired up to get going.
Awesome. Well, I so appreciate your time. I think it's going to be an amazing game. Back to you.
Thank you.
Amelia Kazare with Coach Matt McFadden of the Cody Broncs with the Miles CPA sideline report. Now let's check the records watch with the help of Star Valley Disposal.
Well, with tonight, with 69 passing yards, Phoenix Hovey would pass Ashley Brown in 1988 for passing yards in a season. Ashley had quite a year in 1988. There's his total there, 1,481. With 287 passing yards tonight, Hovey would become just the 4th player to reach 1,700 yards in a season, joining Taft McClure, Smith McClure, and Logan Abrams. Also with 8 catches, Cooper Lancaster would tie Cole Critchfield for 6th in total varsity receptions. He surpassed 1,000 career yards last week versus Powell. That's a look at your records watch, brought to you by Star Valley Disposal.
Residential, commercial, construction, and septic services. Visit StarValleyDisposal.com. That is StarValleyDisposal.com. Braves on the road, whites, Cody in their home, blue and gold. And we will have Coach McKay Young with Amelia Kazare in just a few moments with the keys to the game. But coming up After this, we'll have their varsity roster for Star Valley and who's on the field tonight for the Braves. But first, we are going to send it down to the sideline. We'll have the presentation of the colors and the national anthem made possible in our broadcast by Hastings Ace Hardware. And it looks like the PA is still going here now, so maybe let's hit your keys to the game here real quick.
Well, key number one, I think it's going to be a huge key. Win the line of scrimmage. Whoever wins that is going to win tonight, I think. Key number two, limit big plays of 15 yards or more. No red zone turnovers. Those will be lethal tonight. And then key number four, if you can, hold the Bronx running game under 3 yards per carry. That's going to be a tall challenge. Those are your SVI News keys to the game.
Have you downloaded the SVI News app? It's free on Android and Apple devices. Just search for SVI News in your app store. Now down to the field for the national anthem, presented in our broadcast by Hastings Ace Hardware.
Under the direction of Mr. Wade French. Your Cody Brown fan.
Phoenix Hovey, quarterback, son of Nate and Brianne Hovey, senior, Alpine, Wyoming.
Kyan Watson, son of Stacy and Kevin Watson, running back and middle linebacker, senior, hometown F, Wyoming.
Nathan Hatterley, son of Coulter and Amanda Hatterley, running back and middle linebacker, junior, Bedford, Wyoming.
I'm Will Linford, son of Sam and Lisa Linford, tight end, defensive end, senior, Afton, Wyoming.
Cooper Lancaster, son of Aaron and Anna Lancaster, wide receiver and DB. I'm a senior, and I'm from Smoot, Wyoming.
Roman Erickson, son of Scott and Brittany Erickson, junior, wide receiver, outside linebacker, Drycreek, Wyoming.
Preston Ross, son of Mike and Robin Ross, receiver, safety, senior, Smoot.
Travis Thompson, son of Kyle and Aaron Thompson, junior, wide receiver and corner, Fairview, Wyoming.
Eliam Tautia, son of Lidian Eliam Tautia, running back, DN, fullback, senior, American Samoa, Nuan Setonga.
Caleb Erickson, son of Barton Janet Erickson, running back, defensive back, senior, Bedford, Wyoming.
Eli Christensen, son of Joe and Danae Christensen, senior, play center, defensive end, and I'm from Afton.
I'm Will Walker. I'm son of Richard and Trista Walker. I play outside linebacker and guard. I'm a senior this year, and I live in Fairview.
My name is Ryan Talbot, son of Ashley and Todd Larson. I'm an O-lineman. I'm a senior, and I'm from Alton.
My name is Dane Jensen. I'm son of Wade and Deanna Jensen. I play O-line and D-line. I'm a senior, and I'm from Afton, Wyoming.
Kevin Philliby, son of Jane and Frank Philliby, O-line and linebacker, junior, Afton, Wyoming.
I'm Tate Lawson, son of Heath and Heidi Lawson, tight end, safety, senior, Afton, Wyoming.
Crew Don Joy Morgan, son of Christian and Leanne Morgan, wide receiver and outside linebacker, junior, Afton, Wyoming.
Zach Thompson, son of Kenny and Ginger Thompson, wide receiver, DB,
I'm a senior, Star Valley Ranch, Wyoming. My name is Dax Button, son of Ashley and Kevin Button, wide receiver, DB, junior in Star Valley.
Dylan Hershey, son of Mark and Krista Hershey, strong safety and running back, senior, Freedom, Idaho.
That's the varsity roster for the Braves. We will get Coach McKay Young. We hope. We don't know if we're going to get him. We do have Star Valley will be kicking off first to Cody. The Braves will be kicking off from the north to the south. Cody Bronx will get the ball first.
And Cody did win the toss and will take the ball. And we're going to see this prolific offense right out of the gate. Cash McFadden, number 7, the quarterback. Cannon Grant, the bruiser of a running back. So those are some names right out of the gate you'll want to be aware of.
It is the Carpets Plus Color Towel kickoff. Here we go on a beautiful mid-October night in Park County. Hardly a cloud, 70 degrees. Can you believe it? We have high school football between the top 2 teams in the state of Wyoming, between Star Valley and Cody. And it's a deep kick and mishandled on the return, picked up off the bounce and tackled just across the 10-yard line. Not handled cleanly by the Cody return. And the Braves have the Bronx backed up deep.
Zach Delgado, who eventually gets him, number 14. You know, it's a good job of the special team. Sometimes, you know, your initial thought is, oh, this is good for the kicking team, but sometimes you overreact and the return team ends up finding a seam. Not that time, but good coverage there for the Braves special teams to start things off.
All right, so out comes quarterback Cash McFadden with a multitude of weapons for the Bronco offense. He comes out with 2 receivers to his left, 1st and 10 now from his own 12 to open up the game. Going to do a quick handoff with a pulling guard up the middle and just get a couple of yards is all on the carry for the Bronx.
Kyan Watson with that tackle.
I believe that was Cannon Grant on the carry that time for Cody. One man in the backfield, handoff again to Grant, has a blocker out in front pulling, and it's going to be positive yards up across the 19-yard line. And Cody, they go quickly back to the line of scrimmage as normal, but facing a 3rd and 3 on their first possession.
That's kind of the interesting thing. Cody's still a hurry-up offense, but now rushing it instead of passing it.
Here's another handoff, and it doesn't look like he'll get it. Hit the line of scrimmage, tries to bounce it out, does fall forward, but shy the first down. So the Braves defense will hold the Cody rushing offense to a 3-and-out to start the game. It's going to be 4th down and a long 2. And you got to imagine McFadden will punt here, and he will. So a 3-and-out for the Braves defense. Great start for Star Valley, and Cody will punt from their own 20.
And honestly, that decision aided because of the special teams coverage on the kickoff. You know, when you're backed up right around your 10-yard line, your first possession of the game, you don't want to get too fancy with it.
McFadden, the quarterback, will punt. Clean snap, punts from the 9, high but short, coming up and letting it bounce. Star Valley will not return it. We'll take a Cody bounce out near the 40 on Star Valley's side. So the Braves get a stop on 3-and-out, and then great field position on their end to start the game. It'll be 1st and 10 from their own 41.
Personally, I think that was an absolutely great punt. You get the distance all the way down to the 40 and no chance of return. The Star Valley returners have absolutely gashed people this year, Cooper Lancaster and Travis Thompson. And so you get the best of both worlds there.
Out comes the number 1 pass offense in 3A football, quarterbacked by senior Phoenix Hovey, who will go spread offense to open things out. 3 receivers left with a tight end and a receiver to his left. He goes to quickly to Lancaster, caught, first down, and inside Cody Bronx territory. A Star Valley Orthodontics first down and inside to the 46.
13-yard gain right out of the gate for Cooper Lancaster, and a nice job of blocking here. He finds a seam and then grabbed there by a big old number 59.
Braves will send in some new players and substitutes and bring in, looks like, Kyan Watson to play tailback. 2 receivers to the left side. Star Valley in Cody territory from the Bronx 46. Watson to the right side of Hovey. Quarterback keeper. Hovey, positive yards, stops and will be tackled across the 45 down to about the 43. And he'll pick up maybe 3 yards on first down.
You know, I brought this up a couple weeks ago, and then I've been kind of quiet about it. But it's not like Phoenix Hovey can't carry the ball. It's just that they haven't really explored much of that this year. I like that. I like kind of probing the defense, seeing what happens. And, hey, you got 3 or 4 yards. I call that pretty successful.
I formation with Mautawatia, the fullback, and Hatterley, the tailback. Double tight end. Hovey under center, hard count. Defense doesn't move. Hovey looks to the sideline and checks the play. Clock down to 9:22. First drive of the game for Star Valley, looking at a 2nd and 7 from the Cody 43. Hovey still with time, now gets the 5-second call from the back judge. Will take the snap, tailback dive from the eye, and Hatterley's eaten up at the line of scrimmage. In fact, tackled for loss of a yard on the play. Nowhere to go for Hatterley, and that's going to be now 3rd and about 8 for the Braves.
Number 52 in there on that tackle for the Bronx.
Jesse Hatch, I believe, is 52 for Cody. Makes it 3rd and 8 now from the Cody 44. Braves will have Gaskell tight end to the right. Watson the tailback, split backs. Watson and Hatterley in the backfield. And a bunch over to the right. Matotia standing as the tight end. Turn, hand off to Hatterley, looks for a hole, but nowhere near the first down. I think Coach Young thinking 4-down territory, maybe trying to get 4 or 5 yards. They're not able to get that, and it looks like the punt unit will come out and try and pin Cody deep and play the field position game.
And on those 2 runs, a lot of times Star Valley's kind of gotten used to maybe getting that extra block and springing these guys. And on those last two carries especially, Cody's defense shutting that door.
Tate Lawson back to punt from his own 45. Standing at his own 10 for the return is Cannon Grant. Here's a clean snap. Lawson gets it away. Angle over to the right. Fair catch called for, and then lets it roll, and it goes into the end zone. Dax Button tried to chase it down, but couldn't quite get there in time, and the Bronx will have 1st and 10 from their own 20.
Well, if you're one of those people that thought it was going to be 7-7 after the first 2 possessions, nope, it's gone the other way. Both defenses flexing a little bit here in the opening possessions of this game.
Offense is trying to settle in as Cody was forced to a 3-and-out on their first possession of the game with 7:47 remaining in the opening quarter in Cody on the bank of Star Valley scoreboard. Bronx football. And once again, Cash McFadden and the offense on the field for the Bronx. At their own 20-yard line, flanked wide to the left on the bottom side of your screen is Brent Bauer. Empty backfield this time for McFadden. McFadden, quarterback keeper. He's wrapped up and tackled for loss on the play. Reading it the entire way was Ryan Talbot in the backfield and a TFL of 1 yard.
Ryan, a returning All-Stater, one of the few guys in, I would say, Star Valley's history who's ever dressed all 4 years. And he is right in there. Crew Morgan and in there to help him as well. I don't think Ryan needed it, though.
McFadden throws, missed his target, tried to go to the flat to Sander, couldn't connect. And the Bronx 3rd down and 11 yards to go. On that quarterback run, it was interesting. We had 2 receivers on the right, but 3 on the left. One of the receivers was clear back about 15 yards behind the line of scrimmage. So we'll see if they go to that formation again and try and catch the defense sleeping a little bit. This time they go a spread, trips left. McFadden throws that way, caught, hit, but well short of the first down, and the Bronx will have to punt again. First there was Roman Erickson, Travis Thompson as well, and it's a short gain, 4th and long.
About 4 yards on that one. Taking a look at it here, if you watched Thursday night, the Thursday night post we had from Jake Hibbard, there's that wide receiver screen to Damian Sander.
That was actually all Travis Thompson on the tackle. Perfect form. And it forces another punt for the Bronx. They go back-to-back 3-and-outs to open up the game. Braves looking for good field position again, and they do it again. That punt hit the sideline near the 50 and goes out of bounds, so kicking away from Cooper Lancaster so far. But the Braves get good field position again at the Cody 47-yard line.
Well, and if you're someone who wants to, say, leverage that field position game, that puts a lot of pressure on the punter, he's done a good job, but the Braves are coming out ahead on that, on the flip-flop of possession now, starting at their own 47. So you end up gaining, 7 to 10 yards.
Hovey in the shotgun. He'll go trips right, 2 receivers left in the spread from the Star Valley 47, 1st and 10, 6:42 remaining in a scoreless first quarter. Hovey in the shotgun. Calls for the ball, looks to his right. Quick pass on the out, caught by Erickson up the field and across the 45. Puts his hand out with a stiff arm to get the Star Valley Orthodontics first down to about the 40-yard line of the Cody Bronx.
And Roman is such a good receiver, especially on the sideline and contested. He's just a confident kid, about 13 yards there on that one.
Spot the nose of the football just shy of the Cody 40. Braves back in Bronx territory for the second time tonight. This is where their drive stalled last time and ended up punting away. But now a 1st and 10 from the 40 with 6:36 to go in the opening quarter. Same formation, bunch, trips right. 2 receivers in tight on the left. Shotgun for Hovey. Calls for the ball and has it. 1 step, now fires. Caught by Roman again, and he will be tackled, but across the 35 to the 34, a 6-yard gain between the hashes.
Again, it kind of seems like the teams are kind of throwing jabs here early on in the first couple of possessions, but that's a good gain on 1st down. 2nd and kind of a long 3, almost 4, or maybe it is just 4 yards for the Braves, but maybe Coach Young in the offense maybe tests the waters here.
Watson and Hatterley split backs in the backfield again. Caleb Erickson, the standing tight end on the right. Up top of your screen is the senior Cooper Lancaster, number 1, flanked wide left. 2nd down and 4 for Star Valley. Hovey under center. Hands off to Watson. No hole. Watson sit at the line. Falls forward to get maybe the length of the football to gain less than half a yard to make it 3rd down again for 3rd and about 4 for Star Valley.
Inside running so far, Cody has really been stingy right there. That's a really nice tackle by number 57 for the Cody Bronx. That is Anchor Stewart.
I formation on 3rd and 4. Turn, bread and butter pitch, and the Bronx are there, but falling forward to get enough to go forward on 4th down for Coach Young. They're going to get Watson for about 2 yards to make it 3rd and 2. Actually, 4th and a long 1. They're going to put the ball at the 31-yard line. Needs the 30 to convert, so you do have Tate Lawson, who, as we saw last week, this is within his range, but you're on the road. You're at Cody, 4th and 1. I'm sure Coach Young will go for it here as the team huddles up.
This would be like a 48-yarder. I mean, that's a pretty, within his range, but that is out there a ways. Yeah, I think this was probably called well before this. This is going to be 2-down territory if necessary.
They go with Mount Health.
That's been the biggest gain of the night for either running game.
Now 1st and 10 for Star Valley from the Cody 24-yard line. This time Hovey shotgun again with trips to the right, 2 receivers flanked to the left. Clock hits 4:07, still scoreless in the first quarter between the Braves and the Bronx. And now Hovey's going to put Lancaster in the backfield. Now he's going to send him back out to the right. Clock under 4 minutes to go, 1st and 10. Hovey to throw, 3-step drop, steps up, flushed out of the pocket, tucks it and runs. Now he throws and it's intercepted inside the 10. Hovey tried to throw it downfield on the run, and the Bronx get a turnover off the pick. It looks like it might be Cannon Grant. It's either Grant or Pryor.
Phoenix stepping up there, thought he had a guy, and that's just a great play. Getting in between.
Trying to bounce it outside is Grant. Does get the edge and upfield to about the 15, maybe even 16. That's Cannon Grant on the carry. That time they bounced it outside, and Grant picks up 7 yards. Gaskell on the tackle to spot the ball at the 15-yard line and set up 2nd down and 3. Cody looking for their first down of the game.
Yeah, they've been 0 for 2 on 3rd down and punted both times. This time, getting the interception to stop the Braves' drive in the red zone.
Once again, Cannon Grant in the backfield with McFadden in the shotgun. Handoff again to Grant. And he gets into the 2nd level, has the 1st down, spins across the 25 to the 26. And now the run game starting to pick up for the Cody Bronx. They go back-to-back plays. That one up the middle. And Cody quickly, immediately right back to the line of scrimmage. Now from their own 26-yard line. McFadden, quarterback keeper up the middle, has a seam, and he's brought down finally by Crew Morgan, but not until he hits the 35-yard line on a 9-yard gain up the middle. Now Cody's run game is getting into it. 2nd down and 1 yard to go. Right back to the line of scrimmage. McFadden in the shotgun. Handoff again to Grant. This time tries to bounce it outside. Crew Morgan's there to stretch it out, and the tackle made by Morgan and Thompson at the line of scrimmage, or did he dive ahead to get the 1st down? We'll see where the spot is. It'll be close.
I think that was a handoff to Skorick, number 6. Maybe a hold against the Bronx.
So that will negate the run and turn what may have been a possible 1st down, turns it into a 2nd and 11 now for the Cody Bronx.
Well, there you kind of saw an idea of what Cody would love to do, not only getting big gains, but doing it one right after another with that tempo offense. Gains of 7, 7, and 9 before that penalty.
Skorick again in the backfield. One receiver to the right. Handoff to Skorick. He's going to bounce it. Lost the ball in the handoff. Loose ball. And McFadden will get on it. Crew Morgan was right there. McFadden able to beat him to the ball, though, and it's going to be a loss on the play. Bronx keep possession, but they're looking at 3rd and long all the way back to their 19-yard line. Cody quickly back to the line of scrimmage. 3rd down and about 16 yards to go with 2 minutes remaining in the first. Hard count for McFadden, but nobody jumps on defense. 1:55 to go as we are scoreless in Park County between Star Valley and Cody. McFadden looking to the sideline, taking a lot of time off the clock. Now he'll get set. Calls for the ball. Still another hard count, and still nobody jumps. Now they'll move the H-back from left to the right. Now McFadden has it. Fake handoff, looks left, fires deep, has his man caught, but well short of the sticks. Had to go down to his knees to get it. Logan Richard on the reception for a gain of about 6, but not enough. 4th down and 10. And again, out comes the Bronx. They were moving the ball. They had the rhythm going, but that holding penalty killed the drive.
Well, field position's been a big deal for the Bronx so far on their 3 possessions. They've been pretty much backed up deep inside their own end, even after that interception, and had a couple things going there, but kind of derailed by that holding penalty.
Cody has not been willing to punt to Lancaster or Thompson so far in the game. This one is going to be angled to the other side. It's a fair catch, and Cooper will actually step back and not field. It's going to take a nice Cody roll, and it'll go all the way down to the 35 almost yard line. So a big bounce on the punt. Star Valley still with great field position, but considering what it could be with the dangerous return men back there, they'll take it. So 1st and 10 from the 36 for Star Valley, still knotted at 0 with 48 seconds remaining in the first quarter.
That last drive for the Braves started on their own 47, and they were threatening in the red zone. I guess technically the interception happened inside the 20, but that one was picked off by Nathaniel Pryor, and now the Braves, this is actually their worst field position of the game.
And in the backfield is Zach Delgado for Star Valley. And he'll run out for a route out of the backfield, but Hovey goes to the right side to an open Erickson short pass, and Erickson had to go down to get it. Does make the reception for an 8-yard gain up to about the 44-yard line, 2nd and 2.
Yeah, we haven't seen that at this point in a game yet this year. Zach, very capable, but he's kind of come in a reserve role up until today, but now he will come back out. Could have just been, don't know why, but Kyan Watson back in now.
Watson in the backfield with Hovey in the shotgun.
2nd and short, Duke. I wouldn't be shocked if Hovey maybe threw a fade to Cooper here and said, go get it.
Cooper's lined up slot left. Preston Ross, his 2nd game back from injury. Well, 3rd technically, but 2nd playing full time. Hovey's going to go to his right, pump fake, and now go outside, caught by Caleb Erickson for the first down, and then broken tackle up the sideline, shoved out of bounds, but inside Bronx territory again for a Star Valley Orthodontics first down. Caleb Erickson out of bounds just shy of the Cody 41.
About 15 yards there for Caleb. What a season he's having. He's scored on special teams, on defense, and he just seems to keep making plays every time he gets a chance. That's a nice gain after the catch.
Well, Caleb is one of those kids who does not shy away from contact. Well, he enjoys popping pads.
He told us in an interview once, he said, I just like hitting people.
That's the end of the first quarter. 0-0, 1st and 10 for the Braves on SVI.
Discover the thrill of adventure with Salt River Motors, your go-to destination for Polaris side-by-sides, four-wheelers, and sleds. Gear up with premium off-road gear and accessories. And when you are on the road, Salt River Motors keeps you moving with a full automotive service department for tires, shocks, brakes, and comprehensive repair and general maintenance. Visit Salt River Motors on Highway 89 south of Etna or online at saltrivermotors.com.
I'm Caleb Erickson. You're watching the Braves on SVI Media.
Start of the second quarter, 12 minutes on the clock in Cody. Both teams scoreless between Star Valley and the Cody Broncs. First and 10 for the Braves from the Cody 42. Hovey, quick throw and almost intercepted, but through his hands and caught by the Star Valley Braves. Thompson on the reception. Jukes his way for a first down inside the 30. I thought that was a pick, but a rifle of a throw from Hovey, and the bullet finds its target.
I thought this was a pick, and then I thought it was incomplete. Somehow it gets to Travis Thompson. I don't know how.
It's a Star Valley Orthodontics first down. The Braves, again, threatening to go inside the red zone. They've been down here before, but the Broncs got a turnover on defense. 11:38 to go in the second quarter. Here's a turn and hand off to Hatterley. Has a hole but a flag, and this one may be coming back. Only got a couple of yards, but it'll probably be first and really long here now.
That was a 15-yard gain, too. Wow, I'm going to have to go back and watch that in a room where I can actually see what's going on.
It's going to be an illegal chop block.
Those are big ones, Duke. Those are considered a 15-yarder.
So that puts Star Valley all the way back to the Cody 42 is where the ball is spotted. First and 25 now for Star Valley.
So a chop block is when someone is engaged up top and the officials deem that someone goes down below the waist while that person is engaged with someone else up top. It's considered a pretty dangerous play. That's why it's such a big penalty.
Preston Ross and Travis Thompson flanked out wide to the left. It's Erickson and Lancaster to the right. And it looks like Delgado back in at tailback. He is. That is Zach Delgado.
Yeah, his twin brother Gabe is number 15.
Here's play action for Hovey. Throws to the right. Erickson is open. Caught at the sideline to get just a chunk of the penalty yards back. Puts Star Valley at the Cody 33-yard line to set up second down and about 16 yards to go.
Fourth catch totaling 36 yards for Roman Erickson so far today. The only pass that Phoenix Hovey has thrown that has not been complete to a Star Valley player was picked off by Nathaniel Pryor. So ball hasn't hit the turf yet for Phoenix.
11 minutes remaining in the second quarter, still scoreless, but Star Valley trying to drive deep into Cody territory again. Hovey rolls to his right, comes back to his left on the screen, but the ball was tipped or the receiver fell down. I think they were trying to get Delgado on the screen, and Delgado fell down, and the Braves are lucky that one wasn't picked off.
Well, I guess I jinxed that one. I spoke too soon. Yeah, Gabe, you can see him tumble right there, and then, that ball's up for grabs. Could probably credit Travis Thompson for at least getting enough of a body on that Cody defender that he couldn't get his hands under it. But, Braves fortunate. That one could have been a bad one.
Third down and really long here for Star Valley. 3rd and 16 because of that personal foul penalty on the chop block. So from the Cody 33-yard line, 3rd and 16. Delgado remains the tailback. Hovey in the shotgun. Calls for the ball and has it. Under pressure. Quarterback on the slant, caught by Lancaster, and he is juking and still going, pushing inside the 20, still going, and he's close to the first down. It was a short route on the slant caught, then Lancaster did the rest with his legs, and it's suddenly fourth. Oh, there's another. Is there a flag?
It's about a 14-yard gain if it stands.
There is a flag over here on the sideline. It's going to be a false start and legal motion on the Braves. So it was almost a first down, but it's coming back. And they'll replay third down. It's going to be a long ways to go.
Well, the defense has kind of flexed their muscle on the first few possessions. You could say that these last respective possessions have been marred by penalties for both teams. Cody had a holding penalty that kind of derailed their last possession. This time the Braves had a nice thing going, and then 2 penalties totaling 20 yards have set them back. But they are right in that 4-down territory, Duke, with Coach Young. You don't gain anything by punting it. So I would imagine this is a 4-down deal here.
3rd and 21 now. Delgado subs out late as looks like Watson will sub back in. He's in the backfield with 2 receivers on either side. 3rd and really long for Hovey in the shotgun. Looks to throw out the play action. Goes deep on the left. Has Ross, and he's open. Caught. No, he dropped it. Oh, Ross had it. It was there. The defense was coming over to make the play, and it's in and out of the hands of Preston Ross.
That was a beautiful pass from Hovey right where it needed to be. Let's see if we can get another look at it here. And, Preston probably just gonna be disappointed he couldn't reel that one in. I think it was where it needed to be. Just couldn't quite get it into his breadbasket there. Of course, it's easier up here, and then someone's bearing down on you to rip it out of your hands. Good job by Cody to keep playing through there.
So 4th down and 21, and you're in that no man's land, as you mentioned earlier, Dow. So the Braves will go for it here from the Cody 38-yard line. See if they can get another man deep down the field. Hovey in the shotgun. Hovey will throw, goes deep, right side to Erickson, came back, caught on the sideline. Did he get it in, though? No, he was trying to get his toes down before he went out of bounds. Couldn't do it, so the Braves will turn it over on downs. Couldn't quite connect with 2 receivers deep down the field, and it's now Cody football. We remain scoreless with 10:38 to go in the second.
Pretty great effort there from Roman Erickson, but yeah, I think you can see I actually put a hand down on the ground that was out of bounds before he was able to reel that in. But interesting. From my perspective, I thought maybe it was going to be kind of too intermediate or maybe a short and a medium play, a type of pass play if the Braves were going to go that route on 3rd and very long. Instead, they go deep twice, and one of them just about a touchdown, and that one probably maybe a foot to the left might have been a reception there, so just barely missing out there.
1st and 10 now for the Cody Broncs on their home field. So far it's 0-0. Neither team finding the end zone. 10:38 to go in the second quarter. Broncs in the shotgun. Here's a read option. Quarterback keeper and a flag on the play and a huge hit in the backfield.
I think he got ripped down by his face mask there, I think is what that was.
Illegal formation on the offense.
Did I miss something here?
I think he just got hit. Oh, wow.
Boy, it sure looked like he got a piece of something there. And the Cody crowd doesn't like it, and I don't blame him. I don't know if it was the ear hole or the face mask or what, but boy, Cash McFadden, he got ripped down to the ground there. And then not only do you not get the penalty, it's actually a penalty on the Broncs.
Trips to the right side after the illegal formation. Quarterback keeper up to that right side. Little room for McFadden. Forward progress will give him about 3 yards to set up 2nd down and a little over 11 yards to go. Clock down to 10:07 and counting.
Cash McFadden's probably still readjusting his helmet. You always got to be wary of these kids, Duke. The coach's kids, he has grown up his entire time watching Cody win football games.
That he has as he looks to throw under pressure, steps up, and he does get it away. What a catch! Made shy of the sticks, but a great catch for Logan Richard. A yard shy under pressure, and the coverage was there too.
About a yard short is all on 3rd and
right back to the line of scrimmage. Quarterback keeper dives ahead, will have the 1st down by the length of the football, looks like. And so the Broncs do get the 1st down to make it 1st and 10 from their own 48-yard line.
And that's actually the first 3rd down conversion of the game by either team.
Once again in the shotgun is McFadden. He'll hand off and hit in the backfield and drop. Crew Morgan came off the edge, and the runner falling down forward to get a yard, but Crew will get the tackle in the backfield.
Crew's been doing that since the first series of the first game in Shelley.
Quickly back to the line of scrimmage, 2nd and 9. Here's the play action wide receiver screen out to Sander. Has a block, but then fighting through the block and making the tackle on the sideline is Roman Erickson. And that will put the ball for the first time in Star Valley territory for the Bronc offense to the 49, but it's 3rd down, 3rd and 7 yards to go.
Well, we saw a blocker downfield and Travis Thompson, and then Damian Sander kind of hesitated for a minute, and Roman Erickson knifed in there and ended that play.
McFadden again in the shotgun on a 3rd and 7. For the first time tonight, Cody in Braves territory from the Star Valley 49. Skorick motions out of the backfield, and they're going to call a timeout. Will Coach McFadden. We'll take a 1-minute break. Tied on SVI.
Where do legends come from? Some start as dreamers, even after they're turned down again and again. But everyone deserves a chance to prove themselves.
You know, this is the place that gave me an opportunity to come here and play the game that I love.
At the University of Wyoming, we're the team that believes you can do anything. This is where underdogs come to shine and where real MVPs are made.
B&H Auto in Afton has been serving the Star Valley community for over 10 years. With a qualified and trained staff, you can trust B&H Auto for brakes, maintenance, repairs, tires, and more. That's B&H Auto on the north end of Afton. Service you can ride on. Kodiak Mountain Resort is expanding with an indoor heated swimming pool, hot tub, and a new large play set for the kids. These new additions will be for guests only, coming in 2026. Visit KodiakMountainResort.com for reservations.
This is the SVI Sports Network with live coverage of the Star Valley Braves. Let's get back to Duke and Dow.
Here's an outside run on third down, but the Braves defense is there, and first to make contact was Kyan Watson for a tackle for loss, pushing Cody back to their side of the field, and out comes the punt unit again for the Cody Bronx.
A little bit of a trick play there. McFadden pitching it back to Landon Schultz, and you mentioned it, Kyan Watson not fooled in the least for number 43 coming in, and a nice job there of Roman Erickson staying at home, as they say, setting the edge, not over pursuing.
4th down and 10 now for Cody after the tackle in the backfield. Here's a punt that may be returnable for Thompson. Actually, it will sail almost out of bounds, but takes another nice bounce and will go all the way down to the 10-yard line.
You can see Travis put his hands up to both sides of his helmet going, I can't believe that didn't go out. I think if he'd have known he was going to do that, he would have fielded it. But, hey, it's an oblong ball made of pigskin leather. It's going to do whatever it wants. That's why we watch it.
Star Valley will have their worst field position by far of the night. They've made a living around their own 40-yard line starting field position, this time down to their own 9.
Yeah, I think settled right there between the 10 and the 9-yard line.
Both teams scoreless. 8:06 to go. Star Valley has been able to move the ball, but drives have stalled around the 25 and 30-yard line.
Yeah, the Braves right now 89 total yards. Cody with 43. Just a quick Battleson Brothers stat check.
Hovey under center with split backs. Hand off to Watson. Had a hole originally, but it was closed down quickly by Jesse Hatch. He'll get the tackle and just a 1-yard gain for Watson.
Running game's been tough to establish for both these teams right now. Star Valley, that was carry number 7 for just 12 yards.
2nd and 9, 7:44 remaining in the second quarter. Again, both teams scoreless on our Bank of Star Valley scoreboard between Star Valley and Cody. Winner of this game will be in the driver's seat to hold on to the number 1 seed from the West, secure home field advantage with 2 games remaining in the conference schedule. Hovey looks to throw, has Gaskell for the first down. He's hit down low for the tackle, but Gaskell across the 30 for a Star Valley Orthodontics first down.
About 21 yards. We were just talking about Sam Gaskell, and it's like the Braves could go 2 tight end. It's been the Braves have been kind of messing around, doing different formations, but yeah, that's a big gainer for Sam. 21 yards to move the sticks.
Put Star Valley up to their own 31-yard line and out of the shadow of their end zone. Watson remains the tailback. Hovey, shotgun. Receiver flanked wide to the right. He'll come in motion as Lancaster. Fake to him, hand off, and up the right side is Gaskell again. A little misdirection off the motion, and Gaskell's able to pick up about 7 yards on the carry.
Now, we've talked about Sam as a receiver, and he's had some good plays this year.
It's actually a shovel pass down.
Oh, okay. All right, that makes more sense then. I was going to say, I think that might have been one of his first carries.
So quick underhand pass ahead to Gaskell. And he'll line up again on the tight end left. Split backs on a 2nd and 3. Hovey under center. Turn, play action, roll right. Set his feet. Hovey fires, open man. Caught near midfield. Gaskell again across the midfield. And we go Gaskell, and another Gaskell for a Star Valley Orthodontics first down inside Bronx territory.
Big chunks too. That one's 17 yards on that one.
Down to the Bronx 45, and the Braves right back inside Cody territory. Again, they've been able to move the ball tonight, but drives have stalled against this Cody defense. 6:08 to go before halftime. We stay scoreless.
Those 3 plays to Sam totaling 45 yards.
I formation set. Lancaster in motion behind the running backs. He'll get the handoff. Broken tackle in the backfield. Can't get away from the second attack, though, and it's a tackle for a big loss on the play. Lancaster all the way back to his own 49-yard line. Loss of 6 on the carry.
And he didn't make the actual tackle, but Marco Skoric, number 6, came in and blew that up and took away all the momentum in the cutback lane, and Cooper had nowhere to go on that. Ends up being a 6-yard loss.
Clock continues down to 5.5 to go before halftime. Still scoreless between these two great teams, 0-0. And now second down and 16 to go for Star Valley. Hovey back in the shotgun. Two receivers on either side. Calls for the ball, looks to throw. One step drop, fires to the right. Caught by, again, Roman Erickson across the 40. And a good chunk for Roman to make it third down and manageable now across the 40 of the Cody Bronx.
About 14 yards. That's Roman's 5th catch of the night. And he's now up to 50 yards receiving in this first half.
They'll make it 3rd and 2. Spot the ball at the 37-yard line. 4-down territory, 2 yards to go.
Braves are actually 0 for 3 on 3rd down in this half.
Zach Delgado in the backfield for Star Valley. Shotgun set for Hovey. Looks to throw. 2-step drop. Settles in the pocket. Finds Roman on the sidelines for a Star Valley Orthodontics first down. He steps out of bounds just about the 31-yard line to move the chains. And the Braves again marching down the field. This drive started on their own 9-yard line.
Gain of 6 there for Roman. And that's what he was trying to do, that toe tap earlier. Just couldn't able to. He's had a couple of those today. Just that deep one, he was unable to do it. Had several of those today.
1st and 10 now from the Cody 31-yard line. Braves threatening towards that crimson zone again. Can they get in there tonight? Watson in the backfield, Hovey on the shotgun. Play action, throw right, caught again on the sideline and knocked out of bounds. Going to be about a 7-yard reception for Preston Ross inside the 25-yard line now. They spot the ball at the Cody 24. 2nd down and 3. 5 minutes to go. The clock will stop there at 5:04 after Ross was out of bounds.
Preston has became the 6th different receiver to catch a pass from Phoenix Hovey in this first half for the Braves.
Caleb Erickson in the backfield this time for Star Valley. Bunch tight ends to the left, and it looks like a timeout will be called by Coach McFadden. 1-minute break, 2nd down for the Braves on SBI.
At Fall River Propane, we're not just your propane provider. We're the ones who make sure life keeps moving. Fall River Propane. Experience the difference.
On behalf of the Bank of Star Valley, we'd like to congratulate Preston Ross on being this week's Man of the Week.
Preston Ross, son of Mike and Robin Ross. Receiver, safety, senior, smooth.
Fake right, now throw right, goes to Ross in the end zone, caught on the dive, and able to find Preston Ross his first touchdown of the season.
This is Preston Ross, and these INTs are live on SBI.
Back after the Cody timeout, Coach McFadden has 1 remaining, 5:03 to go before halftime. Braves 2nd and 3 from inside the Cody 25-yard line. 0-0 on the scoreboard. Hovey throwing off play action, flushed out of the pocket, rolls right, throws end zone, caught but out of bounds by Lancaster. Had to elevate to get that catch. He's talking to the official, thinking maybe he should have saw some yellow there, doesn't get the call, and it's going to be 3rd down for the Braves.
Again, another great example, though. We've seen this maybe the last 3 weeks or so. Preston feeling the pressure, or Phoenix feeling the pressure from his backside, rolling to his right, and then just throwing a bullet on the run. That one unable to be brought in, but I've been really impressed with Phoenix Hovey's arm strength this year. I did not come into this year thinking anything about that.
3rd and 3, Watson on the handoff. He'll have the first down, dives across the 20, and for the first time tonight, the Braves are inside the Riverside Dental Crimson Zone. He'll be about the 19 or 18-yard line with 4:48 remaining before halftime. That'll be a Star Valley Orthodontics first down.
And that is the second 3rd down conversion for the Braves on this drive, which, as we were just talking about, Duke, started clear back at the 9.
Well, Star Valley really wanting points here. They've stalled in this area of the field. They've really controlled the ball. Time of possession and stats really lopsided towards the Braves, but the scoreboard still 0-0. Here's Hovey. Shotgun, handoff to Watson. He'll cut back to the right side and get wrapped up and whipped around, but inside the 15-yard line. It'll be a good gain on the play for Kyan of about 6, maybe even 7. Spot the ball at the Cody 12-yard line. So they'll say 6 yards, 2nd and 4.
Nice job there, Akayan to find his way through that Cody defense. And now really for the first time, the Bronx defense is backed up with the end zone right behind him.
Inside the Riverside Dental Crimson Zone. Can the Braves strike first? 2nd down and 4 from the Cody 12-yard line. Hatterley in the backfield. Hand off to Nathan. Sidesteps the first attack. Dives across the 10. Will be shy of the first down by a yard or 2. They'll spot him at the 10-yard line to set up 3rd down and 2 yards to go.
Called about 3 yards there.
Clock rolls down to 3 minutes and 20 seconds remaining.
Braves have converted 2 third downs on this drive, and they've both been right around this distance, so they've had some success. We'll see if they can pick up another.
This time Hovey will have an empty backfield as Caleb Erickson comes in to play slot left. Ross on that side as well. And a whistle and a timeout by Cody. That's McFadden's 3rd and final timeout. Back after this on SBI.
Hi, I'm Mitch here at the Lincoln County Weed and Pest. Give me a call at 307-885-WEED, and I can get you some brochures on your knapweed, or I can get you in touch with somebody who can help you spray it or take care of it.
Hi, I'm Travis with the Lincoln County Weed and Pest. This is going to be a community effort on all of our parts to do what we can to stop the spread of this invasive species. Spotted knapweed is not a plant we want in our community.
Today's broadcast is owned by SVI Media. Any reproduction or use of this broadcast without permission is strictly prohibited.
Big 3rd down for the Braves. They turn. Brennan Butter pitch to Watson. He'll have the 1st down. Move the ball inside the 13. One of the Cody players lost their helmet. He'll have to come out of the game. That was Jesse Hatch, but a Star Valley Orthodontics 1st down for Watson. Spot the ball down to the 12-yard line. 1st and 10.
You know what stands out to me about
7-yard line.
About this play, Duke, is look at Kyan. He hesitates. Sometimes your instinct is to hit that as hard as you can. He hesitated for just half a second to let that seam open up and then made his way through.
Split backs on 1st and goal from the 7. Turn, hand off to Hatterley. Cuts up field, bounces to the goal line, and he's in standing. Nathan Hatterley. And the Braves strike first. 2:37 remaining in the 2nd quarter, and the Zeros are off the board. 6-0 Star Valley.
Wow, back-to-back weeks for rushing touchdown for Nathan Hatterley without a flag calling it back. He's going to get spoiled.
It's been a theme for him.
Yeah,
the flags on the touchdown runs, but not tonight on that one. Beautiful blocking.
I guess we can stop complaining about it now. So. Nice run there, and as you mentioned, the offensive line has done a great job tonight for the Braves.
Tate Lawson with the ensuing PAT. Clock is stopped at 2:37 to go before halftime. And Lawson awaits the snap. There it is. The hold is good, and the kick is through. 7-0 Braves on SVI Sports.
Discover the convenience and reliability of Star Valley Disposal and Royal Flush Septic for all your waste management needs. We offer comprehensive services, including residential and commercial trash removal, septic pump outs, and a variety of porta-potty options with optional cleaning schedules. Trust us for efficient and professional solutions. Visit StarValleyDisposal.com to schedule your service. That's StarValleyDisposal.com.
I'm Phoenix Hovey, and I'm tossing these passes on SVI Media.
Nathan Hatterley takes it 7 yards to score the first points of the game with 2:37 remaining before halftime. Braves up over the Cody Bronx 7-0. And Tate Lawson with the ensuing carpets plus color tile kickoff. And puts toe to leather. It's going to be left short on the right and take a bounce. Will not go out of bounds. That's the live ball. It's Star Valley's football. It took a Star Valley bounce and the Braves jumped on it. I think Cody thought it was going to go out of bounds. It did not. And the Braves came in and they had the football deep inside Cody territory.
I also saw a Cody player. It kind of bounced behind him. And I wonder if he thought maybe a teammate was going to go grab this. And it ends up just sticking the... Coach Fulmer should go talk to Tate about joining the golf team. He weds that thing, and it just did a back reverse there. 28. I believe that's Cope. Yeah, that's Ikaika Cope with the recovery.
The kickoff is a live ball. It's not like a punt where it's downed. It's a live ball, so Star Valley, big play on special teams, and they get the ball right back inside the Cody 30-yard line. 1st and 10, play action. Hovey throws end zone. The ball's tipped. It's wobbly, but it's caught by Thompson. Breaks a tackle and shoved out of bounds inside the 5. It was a duck in the air, but Thompson came back to catch the ball, and it's 1st and goal inside the 5.
25-yard gain. Yeah, that one hung up just a little bit more than Phoenix would have liked, but Travis had a lot of space to work with. Knocked out of bounds at the 2, but that'll set up 1st and goal for the Braves after they just barely scored and recovered the pooch kick to give them a short field right away again.
So some fireworks here late in the second quarter. Braves score the first points of the game a moment ago. Now try and go into the end zone again. Here's a bread and butter pitch. Kyan Watson, he's hit hard at the 1-yard line. Will not reach the goal line. Pushed back. And it will be 2nd and goal for the Braves. They'll actually spot him right at the 2 again. 2nd and goal.
This interior defense of Cody, look at that. They pile it up. There's just nowhere for Kyan to go. Really well done by the Bronx defense.
Split backs again under 2 minutes before halftime. Watson and Hatterley in the backfield. Hovey under center. Tight ends to the right. Hovey keeps it, runs, juke, broken tackle but can't get away. Thought he might be able to jive and juke his way into the goal line, but couldn't get there. It's actually a 1-yard loss on the play, so now 3rd and goal from the 3.
I like the thought, though. That has not been a play the Braves have run all season. Credit again to the Cody defense for reacting to it so quickly.
He did put the first defender on his backside off the juke, but 2 more Bronx there waiting, couldn't get away from them. 3rd and goal from the 3. Watson and Hatterley split backs in the backfield. Bunch tight ends over to the right side. Turn, handoff. Hatterley goes to the heavy side, gets through, dives ahead, but won't get there. And it's 4th and goal from the 1. Can the Bronx get a huge stop after Star Valley retakes the ball on the kickoff?
Nathan found a seam and dove towards the goal line, but yeah, I think his knees hit down, and they give him a gain, the forward progress for about a couple. But as you mentioned, basically at the 1-yard line here.
Coach Young is going to call over the players, and he's going to let time run off the clock on 4th down. We'll see if they run the play or if he takes it as far away down as he can. He has 3 timeouts remaining.
The Braves still have all their timeouts, so.
Here we go, 4th and goal from the 2-yard line. Under center is Hovey. Takes the snap, pitches to, and he's into the end zone. Does he get in? Yes, touchdown, Kyan Watson. And the Braves do score with no flags to make it 13-0.
And there's a reason we call it the bread and butter. It's because you can just go to it, and it's going to be good for the. Look at that. He's in the end zone really before he's able to be touched. And
it's a great cut. It turns your quarterback into an extra lead blocker.
And Cody's actually done a really nice job so far on this play, but that time the Braves offensive line plowing the road.
PAT good, 14-0 Braves. 2 quick ones at the end of the second. 23 seconds before half on SVI.
At Western, students don't just earn degrees. They experience growth, friendships, and opportunities. Western Wyoming Community College. Enter here with passion and leave with purpose.
There's no place to enjoy the fall season like Alpine, Wyoming.
Enjoy fly fishing on the Salt and Snake Rivers, camping and hunting up the Grays in the Wyoming Range, hike the trails in the Bridger-Teton National Forest, or bring your off-road vehicles and enjoy the backcountry. And with plenty of lodging and dining options at affordable prices, you just can't beat the fall season in Alpine. Experience the fall season like Mother Nature intended in scenic Alpine, Wyoming.
Kyan Watson from 2 yards out. The Braves score again after a special teams turnover. Here's the ensuing Carpus Plus color tile kickoff. This one's fielded cleanly at the 4-yard line by the Bronx. Richard on the return. Has some blockers up the sideline, but then ridden out of bounds at around the 25-yard line. I believe the tackle made by Gaskell. Or Crew Lancaster, rather, 39. On the tackle, so Crew gets him out of bounds. And McFadden used a bunch of defensive timeouts, so he doesn't have any remaining.
Well, it's only 14 seconds here, and I wouldn't be surprised if this is just basically kind of maybe just a run. I mean, you're just hoping maybe somebody breaks one, but I don't think they'll get too fancy.
McFadden does just hand off up the middle. Braves done a little prevent defense. They're able to get the ball to Cannon Grant. He does get 8 yards on the carry. Clock down to 6. 5. Cody wants to hustle and try and get one more play. 2, 1, 0. They do not get it off in time. And we go to the locker rooms with the Braves up by 2 scores. They get both touchdowns late in the second quarter. And as we go to the Simplot Smoky Canyon Mine halftime show, it's Star Valley 14, Cody 0 with Simplot Smoky Canyon Mine. Let's send it out to the studio report presented by the Lincoln County Weed and Pest. And Jake Hibbert takes us into the half. Jake.
Hey, guys. Well, you know, the thing about having a game of the week is it turns out you guys are the only game happening in 3A right now, as we're just about 7 minutes away from the kickoff of the other 3A games getting started at 6 o'clock, and then some 4A games at 6 and 7 o'clock as well. But that does not mean I don't have highlights for you. Oh, no, quite the contrary. We do have highlights. We're just going to be going a little bit down in classification. So you guys ready? Well, let's hit it. We'll start off with a contest happening in Du Bois. And I'll tell you what, folks, you want to talk about, here, just a second, let me get this, looks like we've got some issues here. Just a second, folks, we'll get this right back up. All right, well, let's take a look at that score flip right now. As we're taking a look around Cokeville and Kemmer, that was a contest happening earlier. Cokeville gets the victory in that game. Sorry, just trying to get this our highlights back up. Hang with me, Duke. I can fix this, I believe. But folks, actually, I don't know if you guys can come back to me in just a second. I'm having some technical difficulties right here, but get me after the break, maybe.
Hibbert with the studio report presented by the Lincoln County Weed and Pest here in just a few moments. So now let's take a break here. Star Valley up 14-0 during the Simplot Smoky Canyon Mine halftime show on SBI.
Kodiak Mountain Resort is expanding with an indoor heated swimming pool, hot tub, pickleball courts, and a new large play set for the kids, all coming in 2026. Reserve your stay at KodiakMountainResort.com. Star Valley Sports on SBI are presented by Edward Jones Financial Advisors Kyle Terry, creating tailored solutions to address your financial needs, and by Rusty's Tree Service, the tree removal experts. Call 248-2442.
Ever wish you could be the boss of your home Wi-Fi? Well, with Home Zone by Silver Star, now you can. It's like having your own Wi-Fi command center right in your pocket. Whether it's setting up a guest network for visitors, controlling what your kids can access, or checking your connection speed, Home Zone has you covered. With Protect IQ, you'll have a virtual bodyguard for your Wi-Fi, blocking unwanted threats before they reach your devices. Home Zone by Silver Star. Wi-Fi control, coverage, and security all in one.
It's my happy day, I want to sing it all the day. My best friends are always with me. We sing, we dance, we laugh, we are happy every day. Have fun with us, let's say happy, 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 happy. Happy.
Halftime coverage is presented by Simplot Smoky Canyon Mine, supporting local families and communities. Visit Simplot.com.
Simplot.com with your halftime score. Braves leading the Cody Bronx in Cody right now by a score of 14-0. Looks like we have Jake Hibbard ready to go with the Lincoln County Weed and Pest halftime highlights. Jake, back out to you.
Whoopsie. But we got it back now. Hey, I tried to get too fancy. Now let's hit the highlights as, time is of the essence, folks. We start out at the home of 7,020. No, not 7220. That's Du Bois. Yeah, home of 7020. That's altitude. And this is the number 2 Encampment Tigers at the number 5 Du Bois Rams. And that is a long touchdown from Cannon to Chase Brown. And they'll chase him. They can't get up. And early on, Encampment number 2 leading 13-7. But 13-0. Du Bois would come back. Here we get an end around from Dylan Shamley. Dylan Shamley for Du Bois. Look at this little pitch. Oh, they thought he was going left. Well, he was going left. That was a fake reverse. Shamley all the way to the end zone. And the Rams thinking they've got a little bit of life here in the first quarter. But here comes Encampment again. 7,020 feet was not a bother as they led 56-14 at the half, and they win this one 64-14. Encampment, the real deal. Du Bois back to the drawing board. Now let's go to 1A action where Wright is at Pine Bluffs, and that's Carson Freeberg, as you may remember him from last year's state championship game. That's his first touchdown. Here's his second, getting some blocking from the halfback. Cuts around, finds the edge. Pine Bluffs leads it 13-0 after this. And then another handoff, this time a run for Xavier Clifford, 55 and gone. Excuse me, that one was Tyler Scarborough there. Here is Xavier Clifford for Big Piney and Wind River. And guys, do you see a blurry camera? That means it's 1A 9-man action, 55 yards down the field. And this was from Thursday. The final score, Big Piney over Wind River, 52-8, and that last check there of the the right at Pine Bluffs, 20-0. And before I send it back to you folks, we only had one score back in the first half, but right before we had the second one of the bread and butter. It goes fast here. But I wanted to take a quick look at what Star Valley was doing here. We talked so much about the power play on the run for Cody. We'll watch the power play here, and we got to give some credit to our blockers. You'll have Kyan Watson in the pro set on the fullback right there, and then Cash Thompson, the left guard. Watch him pull around, and you see those guys right there with the edge? Oh, they set it up, and the handoff, easy pickings, and led right in there by Cash Thompson. That is some fine blocking, and never forget to thank your blockers. Thank you guys. Back to you.
Exceptionally said. Exceptional blocking up front for Star Valley to give them a 14-0 lead at the half against the Cody Bronx. Jake Hibbert Studio Report presented by the Lincoln County Weed and Pest. Help keep Star Valley beautiful. Please spray knapweed at your homes and businesses. Contact the Lincoln County Weed and Pest for details. Now Star Valley leading 14-0, but the stat sheet really in Star Valley's favor. We mentioned the Cody Bronx coming into this game. Number 1 rushing offense in the state with 345 average on the ground. Star Valley with the best rush defense in the state right now. That stat really favoring the Braves defensively.
Yeah, right now, Cody, 21 carries for 32 yards in that first half. And I said, hey, if one of those averages holds true, it's not going to be a good night for the other team. And right now, the running game really struggling against this Star Valley defense.
Let's dig into that stat sheet even deeper with the Battleson Brothers Flooring Carpet One Floor and Home halftime battle stats.
Well, picking right back up on that, doing most of the damage on the run for the run game for the Bronx was Cannon Grant, 8 carries, 28 yards. Cash McFadden, though, 5 carries, just 3 yards. Marco Skorik, 1 carry for 3 yards. Landon Schultz, 1 for -2. And there you get, I apologize, make that 15 carries for 32 yards. That is my fault. And then receiving the ball, you've also had 4 out of 5 for 35 yards. My stats are all messed up, folks. Sorry about that. Right now, the Cody Bronx with 51 total yards. I'll get that squared away. Over for the Braves, really a nice passing half for Phoenix Hubby, minus that 1 pick. I'm sure you'd like that back. But other than that, 14 of 19, 175 yards. Did have the 1 pick. that you spread that around 6 different receivers, hauling in at least one pass in that first half, led by Roman Erickson. Roman had 6 catches for 56 yards on the ground. Kyan Watson leading the way with 9 carries for 28 yards, and that last touchdown, Nathan Hatterley 5 for 11 yards, and the other rushing touchdown, 175 through the air, 35 on the ground, a total of 210 for the Braves in that first half.
That's a look at the Battleston Brothers Flooring Carpet One Floor at Home halftime battle stats. Quality, price, and service located a block south of the Arch in Afton. That is Battleston Brothers Flooring. Before we go to break, let's see if we can give away some free soup, maybe froyo from Swirl, located inside Star of 89 in downtown Afton. Here's your halftime trivia question.
And tonight, our question, what Star Valley quarterback compiled 1,843 passing yards combined in the 1975 and 1976 seasons? Use our texted number 307-203-4637, and the first correct answer wins himself a gift certificate from Swirl, Star of 89, however you want to spend it, but use that texted number, and the first correct answer, if we have one, will get themselves that gift certificate from Swirl.
307-203-4637. Back after this on the SBI Sports Network.
In healthcare these days, you just don't find a place like Star Valley Health. We really do focus on providing the best care.
Our employees take so much pride in their positions. They know that if their kids get sick, if they get sick, if somebody gets in a car accident, that there is that personal tie.
They get to see the change that they make in their life, so it's fun to be involved.
Lincoln County School District 2 Transportation Department has multiple openings. Work mostly weekends as a full-time activity driver starting at $25.75 an hour plus benefits. Or you can work weekdays as a full-time daily route driver starting at $22.75 an hour also with benefits. Or work part-time as a bus aide for $17.50 per hour. All positions include paid training. Visit lcsd2.org and click job openings.
Silver Star is proud to announce a new service, Smart Town Wi-Fi. In partnership with the City of Afton, Silver Star is now offering a free, secure Wi-Fi experience in the City Park and downtown corridor of Afton, Wyoming. More locations will roll out soon, so register your device and experience the difference with Silver Star's Smart Town Wi-Fi in Afton. To get started, visit silverstar.com/smarttown. That's silverstar.com/smarttown.
Discover your future with Simplot, where a multitude of career opportunities await. Whether you're interested in mining, agriculture, engineering, technology, manufacturing, management, or a number of additional options, Simplot offers not just a job, but a truly satisfying and rewarding career. Explore our diverse range of positions and find where you belong. Visit Simplot.com to view available positions locally and across the United States. That's Simplot.com, a world of career opportunities.
This is the Simplot Smoky Canyon Mine halftime show, bringing Earth's resources to life. Visit Simplot.com.
Supporting local families and communities with an intense focus on safety. Join Simplot at Simplot.com. Again, at the half, the Braves leading the Bronx 14-0. Dal, you mentioned some of those stats. You go back to a couple things in this game, and it was scoreless up until about 2 minutes left in the first half. That's when Star Valley got their first touchdown of the game. Then a huge play after that on the ensuing kickoff, a short pooch kick that Cody didn't get on, and Star Valley jumped on it to recover the live ball. Ikeka Cope jumped on it, and that set up Star Valley's second touchdown.
And you know what's interesting? You go back to last week, the Braves were kind of experimenting with that against Powell, and looks like it kind of paid off this week, if I would say that. And so, yeah, you and I were also saying, though, the score is 14-0, and you'll take that if you're a Star Valley fan. But also, there's the interception while they were driving, and then also that missed opportunity on a bomb that ended up being a turnover on downs. If you're the Braves, yeah, you're happy, but you could be up more. And if you're the Bronx, yeah, it could be better, but it also could be a lot worse.
That's well said. Absolutely. As Star Valley leads at 14-0, let's see how we're doing so far with those keys to the game.
Look at those keys to the game. Number one, win the line of scrimmage. One element of this, I guess when I wrote that key, I was thinking more about the running game. But how about the pocket protection for Phoenix Hovey tonight? He has been virtually untouched back there. He's flushed out with some of the backside pressure when he's wanted to, but there has not been any semblance of a covered sack out there tonight. The offensive line just doing a terrific job keeping him clean. Key number 2, limit big plays. I'm talking 15 yards plus, and right now that count is at 0. The Cody Broncs have 57 yards at halftime, so they're still looking for any big plays. No red zone turnovers. Unfortunately, had one. At least that's what I'm calling it. The start of that play didn't start inside the 20, but it resulted in there. So obviously you don't want any more of those. And then hold the Broncs running game under 3 yards per carry. Well, right now it's 15 carries for 32 yards. And so right now you're barely over 2 yards a carry. So right now, so far, so good on that one if you're Star Valley on the keys to the game.
Presented by SBI News. Have you downloaded the SBI News app? It's free on Android and Apple devices. Just search for SBI News. Let's see if we have a winner of your halftime trivia question.
And our question tonight was, what Star Valley quarterback compiled 1,843 passing yards combined in the 1975 and 1976 seasons? And the answer is my good friend Todd Luthi was the quarterback, and we do have a winner. In fact, we had a lot of correct answers tonight. Todd, you are well remembered, my friend.
That's right. A lot of people getting it correct, but the first correct answer, phone number ends in 2291. 2291. Congratulations. You were the correct first answer. We have a gift certificate for you and at Swirl and Star of 89 in downtown Afton. Again, you can have the soups, the froyo, all located at Swirl in downtown Afton.
Hey, if he's listening, shout out Neil Hoops. Hope you're feeling better, buddy. Love you. Get better soon. Thinking of you tonight.
Absolutely. Simplot Smoky Canyon Mine halftime show, bringing Earth's resources to life. Visit Simplot.com. Both teams out of the locker room and on the field. 3 minutes of time put back on the clock for warm-ups. We'll take a 2-minute break and wrap up the halftime show. Third quarter next on SBI.
The leaves are falling, and so are our tire prices. Right now at Point S Tire and Auto Service, save up to $200 on select Falcon, Toyo, Nexen, Hankook, and Nokian tire. Whether you're taking a scenic drive, heading to football games, or making the daily commute, we have the right tires at the right price with no stress. Stop by PointStire.com or your local Point S today.
No stress with Point S.
In the heart of the Rockies, land is more than property. It's a legacy. Whether you're buying a family ranch, a mountain retreat, or selling farmland, it takes local knowledge and trusted hands. Austin Callison and Andy Neal, licensed in Idaho, Montana, and Wyoming, bring unmatched experience with Hayden Outdoors, the West's premier land brokerage. Hayden Outdoors Real Estate, the brand that sells the land.
Miles CPA is your trusted partner for all tax-related matters. Our professional and qualified accountants ensure you keep and get back as much of your hard-earned money as possible. Whether you're an employee or business owner, rely on our tax experts for precision and expertise. Visit us in Afton or Alpine or call 307-885-0055 to schedule your consultation. Secure your financial future with Miles CPA.
At First Bank of Wyoming, we know you're more than just a number. We know the important numbers that matter most, the ones that tell your story. From starting your financial journey to planning for your first home and reaching your family's financial goals, we're here to celebrate your story, not just your transactions. From milestones to memories, we're here to celebrate every moment that counts. When you bank with us, you're part of a community that cares about every number that counts. First Bank of Wyoming, where you're more than a number.
This is live coverage of local high school sports on SVI Media and the SVI Sports Network.
Wrapping up the Simplot Smoky Canyon Mine halftime show, again supporting local families and communities with an intense focus on safety. Join them at Simplot.com. Duke and Dow with you here in Cody, where the Braves lead 14-0 as we open up the third quarter, presented by Valley Trailer Services, locally owned right in Star Valley by Reese Heibel. No need to take your trailers out of the valley for repair. Just call Reese at 699-7441, 699-7441. Now Braves kicked off to open up the game. Cody won the toss. They elected to receive, and so Star Valley getting the ball right back here in the third quarter.
And this is the first time where you're going to see that Star Valley return set up, as this will be the first opportunity for them to do that. They have been lethal on special teams.
It's the Carpus Plus Color Tile kickoff as we go into the Valley Trailer Services third quarter in Cody. Here's the kick. It's going to be pooched left short, fielded by the up back. No, fumbled and dropping on it. It was almost taken by Cody, just like the Braves did to the Bronx earlier, but Caleb Erickson able to get it off of his shoulder pads and then hop on it on the bounce. Braves keep possession.
And that, that's why we watch football. You never know quite what's going to happen. That's a good recovery by Caleb, but boy, that could have been a real big development for Cody, setting them up at the start only 32. Instead, the Braves able to jump back on it and set things up.
1st and 10 as the sun dips lower behind us here at Cody High School. Home of the Bronx, and the shadows from the sunset starting to stretch across the field as the Braves driving from the north to the south. Phoenix Hovey in the shotgun with 3 receivers right. He's going to look to his right, flushed out of the pocket, nowhere to go, and he's sacked. Hovey brought down for the first time to open up the third quarter of play.
Well, I guess you got to call that a broadcaster teams too. Said no coverage sacks. Well, there's one right there. And Cody doing a nice job of making sure Phoenix had nowhere to go. Eventually bringing him down was number 50, Alex Sitz. He is second on this Bronx team in defensive points per game tonight, or this season. Just barely behind Cinch Dalton. He gets the sack.
They'll mark it as an 8-yard loss. 2nd down and 18. Trips right now for Hovey. Once again, Delgado in the backfield as the tailback. Hovey calls for it, hands off to Delgado, has a pulling guard to block, tries to bounce outside. He's ripped around, does get 2 yards on the carry to make it 3rd down and long for Star Valley, about 16 yards to go.
Couple yards there for Zach.
So a renewed intensity on defense for the Cody Bronx so far to open up this third quarter. Braves looking at a 3rd and 16 now from their own 26-yard line.
Well, this is a proud team, a proud program. Coach McFadden's been doing this for a long time. I'm sure they got pointed out at halftime all the things they needed, but number one non-negotiable was bringing some juice here to start this drive, and they brought it through 2 plays so far.
Hovey in the spread formation, 3 receivers left, 2 to his right. 5-step drop, flushed out, rolls right, sets, can't get it away, and he's sacked again, down to the 10-yard line.
Wow, that's a big loss. Minus 15 on that play.
And the Braves will punt from their own 10 after 2 sacks. It's 4th down, 32 yards to go.
Well, if you're Cody, that is just what the doctor ordered. Maybe you would have liked to get that recovery on the kickoff, but this is probably the next best thing. And now the Braves are hoping for a nice punt here from Tate Lawson.
He's inside his own end zone, about 2 yards deep. 2 return men for the Bronx standing at the Star Valley 45. Clean snap and a flag on the play. And this is going to put Star Valley back 5 more yards. So now it's going to be 4th down and 37 with Lawson backing up with his heels on the end line in the end zone to kick it away deep inside the end zone.
Well, and that was at the 10, so no half the distance. Well, it was half the distance, but they're going to get the full 5 penalty yards. 3rd penalty totaling 25 for the Braves.
Now Lawson deep in his own end zone. Cody might come for it. They don't. Lawson gets the punt away. It's going to be fielded by Richard, 30, and he'll be tackled there, brought down by Dax Button, but great field position for the Cody Bronx. Lawson does get it away, about a 7 or 8 yard return, and it's 1st and 10 for Cody from the Star Valley 30-yard line.
Fielded at about the 38, and now set up at the 30. Pretty good tackle there from Dax Button. This ball is basically right about where Cody would have recovered that kickoff squib. So they're in business here, coming out here in the third quarter.
Momentum early in the half for the Cody Bronx. Once again, Cash McFadden will be in the shotgun with Cannon Grant with him in the backfield. H-back to the left. End around. Trying to get the edge. Defense strings it out. He cuts upfield. Logan Richard on the carry. He'll get 5 yards to make it 2nd down and 5 down to the Star Valley 25.
Well, and that looked like it was going to be set up for more. Crew Morgan does a nice job making it 5.
Here's a quick screen play. Hit immediately and brought down. Thompson read it perfectly, and it's a catch for -1 yards. Big pop by Travis.
Boy, he was all over that one.
3rd down and 6.
Well, basically about 5 straight positive plays for Cody. The Braves needed something to try and stem the tide.
Bronx in the shotgun. Hand off to Grant. He's hit at the line of scrimmage and driven back. No gain on the play. 4 down territory, though. The Braves looking for a huge stop as Cody started this drive at the 30. Now it's 4th down from the 26.
Well, absolutely bare minimum. I would expect Cody to see if they can get Star Valley to jump here. The Braves have honestly been susceptible to that this year. They have jumped several times, and right now I'm sure they're feeling pretty aggressive. We'll see what the Bronx sideline calls.
McFadden, empty backfield. 2 receivers wide left, 3 over to his right. He'll take the snap, looks left, fires, and it's either picked off or intercepted. What is it? It's intercepted. Yeah. Braves get the pick on the 4th down. No yards after the pick, but it's Thompson on the reception. And we have Matauatia, though, down in the backfield.
Holy moly, Travis Thompson is having himself a season.
So they do get the turnover, and the Braves defense slams the door. But Matauatia, the big number 0, he is still down for Star Valley getting attention.
And just, again, don't like to speculate too much. Kind of looks like he's holding that left arm. Here's a different look at that last. Boy, look at Travis. Look at him jump that route. In fact, he did such a clear job of intercepting that. The official gave him possession right away, even though it looked like for a second Cannon Grant was going to fight him for it.
Aaliyah still on the turf, so we'll take an injury timeout, and we'll return here from Cody High School Braves ball when we come back on SBI.
Live coverage of Star Valley Sports on the SBI Sports Network is made possible by TerraPower, a nuclear innovation company. The Right Company, your local siding and gutter experts. Call Ready Mix, located north of Afton. Miles Beverage, proud to sponsor Star Valley Sports. Hillam Orthodontics, generations serving generations since 1966. And by Star Valley Glass and Lock, automotive, residential, and commercial glass.
You're watching Star Valley High School football on the SVI Sports Network.
Matauatia walking off the field on his own power, but favoring an arm. So he will come out for now. We'll see if he is able to make a return, but for now he's not in the game. It was an interception by Travis Thompson, so the Braves defense comes up big after the Bronx started on the 30-yard line. So now it's Star Valley football, 1st and 10 from the 24-yard line. Here's a handoff to Watson. He gets through, broken tackle, and gets up to the 28-yard line. About 4, maybe 5 yards on the carry. Yards after contact that time for Watson.
10 carries, that's now 33 yards for Kyan Watson. It's been tough sledding against this Cody defense. The Braves have they're kind of at that average if you take out the quarterback sacks, but if you add them in there, there's a lot of those.
2nd and 5. Another handoff to Watson. This time he can't go anywhere. Hit the line of scrimmage and driven backwards. Maybe back to the line of scrimmage. Looks like they might spot him even for a short loss on the play. 3rd down and 5.
It's kind of a repeat of what we saw through a lot of the first quarter. Both the defenses coming out, kind of flexing early. Braves are 3 of 7 on 3rd down. On the last 3rd down, it was a big quarterback sack.
From their own 28-yard line. Delgado again in the backfield. Hovey in the shotgun, 2 receivers on either side. 7 minutes remain in the 3rd quarter. Braves up 14-0. And there's going to be a flag on the play, and I think too many men in motion.
Braves had movement here by one of the receivers.
They do call the false start, so now it's 3rd and 10 from the 24-yard line.
4th penalty of the night on Star Valley, totaling 30 yards. Conversely, Cody with 2 penalties, 15 yards. So pretty clean game, honestly, for the most part.
Spread offense now on 3rd and 10. Hovey all alone in the backfield. 2 receivers up top, 3 to his right on the bottom. Hovey will throw quickly to the left. Caught. First down, Roman Erickson. And wrapped up, falling forward, fighting for the extra yards across the 35. But it is a Star Valley Orthodontics first down for the Braves. They do convert on 3rd and 10 on a 13-yard pickup.
And Roman's been tough to handle tonight in the receiving, in the passing game. That is his 7th catch, and he now has 70 yards.
New set of downs for Star Valley, now up to their own 37-yard line. Split backs again in the power formation, misdirection, handoff to Hatterley. He's able to get through the initial attack and fall forward for about a 5-yard gain on first down across the 40 to nearly the 42-yard line.
Down by number 50, Alex Sitz.
2nd down and 5 to go for the Braves. Clock down to 5:50 and counting in the 3rd quarter, which is presented by Valley Trailer Services in Star Valley.
6 carries, 16 yards, and a touchdown tonight for Nathan Hatterley.
3 receivers to the right side. Hovey shotgun. Handoff. Hatterley goes to the right, back upfield, first down and more. Jukes his way across the midfield, dragging tacklers to the 45-40. Flag on the play, down to the 39. The flag is beyond the stick, so we'll see what the call is here.
Yeah, it's actually well past. It's actually here at the Cody 46.
As it stands, it's almost a 20-yard run. Maybe just shy, but it is going to be a block in the back against Star Valley, so that'll negate quite a bit of that run. Will remain 2nd down.
Still a gain of 12 for Nathan, but yeah, going to back it up from there. Going to wipe out the rest of that run.
Makes it 2nd and 4, all said and done. Back to their Star Valley side of the field from their own 44-yard line. 2nd and along 3 here. Same formation. Hand off to Hatterley again. Same play. 2 pulling guards and same result. Cuts it from right to left for the first down. Still fighting for yards and cut down at the 45-yard line. And that will be another Star Valley Orthodontics first down.
Brought down by number 20, Griffin McCartan, number 50.
Braves offense again starting to move the ball against the Cody Bronc defense. Now inside Cody territory at the 44-yard line.
So William Walker and Cash Thompson are plowing the road right there on those last 2 nice runs for Nathan Hatterley. They are not only getting finding some space up front, but they're getting to that next level as well.
New set of downs, 1st and 10 from the Cody 44-yard line. Split backs again. Turn and hand off to Hatterley again. This time hit behind the line of scrimmage. Does dive forward, but not able to get back to the line. It's a short loss on the play.
Anchor Stewart, number 57, gets in there and grabs an ankle.
Clock down to 4 minutes and 25 seconds remaining in the Valley Trailer Services 3rd down, offering all kinds of trailer repair, including welding, lights, jack, flooring, and more. Call Reese Heibel at 307-699-7441. 2nd and along 10, about 11 yards. Spread again for Hovey. 3 receivers right, 2 left. Shotgun standing at his own at the 50. 3-step drop, flushed out, hit, brought down again. Sacked down low, brought down by Alex Sitz. Multiple sacks for him tonight. And it's now 3rd and 21 yards to go.
That's the 3rd quarterback sack of the quarter for this Cody defense, and they have been big losses of yardage. One of them was minus 15, this one minus 10. And the Braves, they're at their own 45. They got to get down to the Cody 34 for a first down.
3rd and 21 is what that means. 3 minutes and 18 seconds remaining in the Valley Trailer Services 3rd quarter. No need to take your trailer outside Star Valley for repair. Just call Reese Heibel. Find Valley Trailer Services on Facebook. Trips to the right. Hovey throws, caught, first down, Roman Erickson. Caught half a yard behind the sticks, and they convert on 3rd and really long to go.
Pass caught by number 11.
What a play.
He actually gets it, up to the original.
Okay. I was looking at the wrong
original
stick.
I do that all the time.
I got a little overexcited.
There.
So it is still 4th down. And out comes the punt unit. So
About 11,
not a first down.
About 11 yards there, though, for that was Roman, you said?
Correct. Catch by Roman. So out comes the punt team on 4th and 9.
That does put Phoenix up to 200 passing yards tonight.
It's a fake punt. Lawson rolls, and he will kick it. Did a rugby-style kick. He'll boot it to the 5 and rolls into the end zone.
I like that,
Had a chance to run the fake, but decides to kick it.
I like that, though. Tate he's a dang good athlete. That's one of those where you got a guy, if Cody isn't paying too much attention and he's got a wide open lane, yeah, go take it. Cody had a guy over there, so he did his job and got the rugby. It's a good job by Tate, but I like that. Kind of plants a seed of what are you doing back there.
1st and 10 now for Cody. 2:17 to go in the third quarter, which has been scoreless so far for both teams. Braves give the ball back to the Bronx with a 14-0 lead to favor Star Valley. From their own 20, McFadden hands off to Grant. He can't get much. No, he bounces outside. Here goes Grant to the 40. The speedster to midfield. Can the Braves catch him? Lancaster in pursuit. Dives, and he does have the tackle. But Grant all the way down to the 10-yard line. And there's the big play the Bronx have been waiting for. An 80-yard run to put Cody first and goal from the 10.
So from the 20 all the way to the 10.
70 yards.
And he's a big kid.
Here's Grant again, wants to go left. This time he's hit and dropped. They will give him no gain on the play. Back to the 10-yard line.
Man, looks like they're actually going to knock him back about a half a yard. Yeah, 70-yard gain. And we were just talking to some folks. He's a big kid, but he is fast.
Skorick in the backfield now. Here's a quarterback read option. McFadden keeps it, and he'll pick away the defense and lunge inside the 5. 3rd and goal from just shy of the 4. Quickly back to the line. Skorick remains the tailback. McFadden in the shotgun. Quarterback keeper again. Hit, dropped, 4th and goal from the 2. 1 minute, 13 to go, and what a big play this one is after that big run.
Because if you're the Bronx, you cut the lead in half. If you're the Braves, you stop them here. Boy, that is a big morale drop for Cody if they can't get in after that 70-yard run from Grant.
Under a minute to go in the Valley Trailer Services third quarter.
This is the first 4th down attempt by the Bronx.
Cannon Grant back in to play tailback. 4th and goal from the 3-yard line. McFadden shotgun, double tight ends. Quarterback keeper lunges and across the goal line. Touchdown Cody with 39 seconds remaining in the third quarter. And the Bronx are on the board, trailing 14-6.
Got a really nice push here by the offensive line for Cody. And McFadden picks his hole. Look at that. Really nice seam to work with. And there's no doubt on that one on 4th and goal. That's a big play.
All set up by that 70-yard run, which had been stifled all game by this stingy defense. But that'll put him over the 100-yard mark on the ground. The PAT is good, and it's a one-score game, 14-7 Braves on SVI.
Ever wish you could be the boss of your home Wi-Fi? Well, with Home Zone by Silver Star, now you can. It's like having your own Wi-Fi command center right in your pocket. Whether it's setting up a guest network for visitors, controlling what your kids can access, or checking your connection speed, Home Zone has you covered. With Protect IQ, you'll have a virtual bodyguard for your Wi-Fi, blocking unwanted threats before they reach your devices. Home Zone by Silver Star. Wi-Fi control, coverage, and security all in one.
I think being in a small town, you just really care and you take more pride in the work that you do because you're working with your neighbors. These are people that you see out in the community. You know, you see them at kids sporting events and parent-teacher conferences and the grocery store. You know, these are our neighbors.
One of the reasons that people also come back to us is they trust us because we are friends, we are family. And so I think there's a lot of trust in the community.
A 70-yard run from Cannon Grant sets up the touchdown run by quarterback Cash McFadden That's the first score of the game for the Cody Broncs late third quarter. Here's the ensuing Carpets Plus color tile kickoff. It's a squib kick again, left short, bounces at the 30, fielded by the Braves. Hit, but broken tackle, and then the Cavalry's there. Pyle pushes all the way up near the 34. First and 10 for Star Valley from right there. We do have the studio report. Let's go for a live update from Jake Hibbard.
Hey, thanks, guys. So the other game of the week on the east side, Riverton at Lander. Here's Riverton. Blake Gantenbein looking up the middle to Peyton Larson. Gets it down to the 2-yard line. 2 plays later, they overload to the right side, run some outside zone, and Saltzgaver puts Riverton up 10-0. Back to you.
Thank you, Jake Hibbert. Appreciate the update from the Lincoln County Weed and Pest Studio Report. Here's Braves up the middle and a nice run for Kyan Watson, resulting in a first down carry of 12 yards to move the chains.
I just want to go back, Duke, to that. Oh, never mind. We're going right back at it.
Coach Young goes quick, no huddle offense. Another handoff to Watson. Another good push up the middle. And just like that, the Braves are in Bronc territory, looking at a second down and about 5 from the Cody 48s.
I just wanted to point out that 70-yard run from Cannon Grant. The Broncs have 141 yards of offense tonight. Half of it came on that run. That was a huge play.
Clock down to 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0, and they will not snap the ball. That takes us to the end of the Valley Trailer Services third quarter as the Braves lead it now 14-7. Broncs cut it in half in the third. Fourth quarter action next with the Braves holding possession of the ball and trying to drive on the SVI Sports Network.
Are you sidelined by a sports-related injury? At Alpine Foot and Ankle, Dr. Andrew McCall specializes in treating ankle sprains, Achilles injuries, chronic ankle pain and instability, flat feet, and heel pain. Dr. McCall's expert care ensures you get back to your active lifestyle quickly and safely. Don't let foot and ankle issues hold you back. Visit alpinefootandAnkle.clinic to learn more. That's alpinefootandAnkle.clinic.
Once again, here's Duke Dance and Dal Erickson with live coverage of Star Valley Braves football on the SVI Sports Network.
Liam Atawatia with ice on his elbow. It doesn't look like we'll see him tonight as we start the fourth quarter. He left earlier on in this game as Star Valley will play action on 2nd and 5. Throw it deep for Ross, and it's going to be picked off. Intercepted by McFadden, the quarterback. He's to the 30. Runs it back, a block and a flag to the 50 and brought down near the 45. 2 flags on the play. It's going to go against Cody on the return, but after the interception and maybe some miscommunication between Preston Ross and Phoenix Hovey as it went right to Cash McFadden for the interception.
Well, I think this play, Phoenix was kind of wondering if Preston was going to maybe do like a hitch and then keep going, and it just kind of hung up there, and McFadden absolutely had the best shot at this. They're going to call a blindside block here. Spotted the fouls at the 40, so they'll walk off 15. Is it 15 yards on this, or is it 10?
Looks like 15 from the spot of the foul.
I thought it was a 15. So Cody gets the interception. It's basically right about where McFadden caught it, right around the 25. There it is. Will Linford really got laid out there.
So 1st and 10 now for Cody here in the Hayden Outdoors Real Estate fourth quarter. Broncs looking to tie the game on this possession, 75 yards away from the end zone. Here's a pitch and a tailback pass. They tried to go trickeration, but the Braves are ready for it. Nobody open downfield, and that's going to result in a tackle for loss of about 4, maybe 5 yards.
I'll say this, though, for Landon Schultz. I think everybody wants to throw the ball there, and nobody wants to take a sack, but good job for him not to just heave it downfield.
McFadden now looking at a 2nd and 14. Grant with him in the backfield. He'll roll out. McFadden throws right, caught, and a broken tackle. Tackled by the rest of the defense near the 30. will be roughly a 9-yard gain to set up 3rd and 5, and a big one. Star Valley looking to get the ball back after the second turnover on the game.
It was Griffin McCartan with that catch.
Here's the 3rd and 5. Hard count, and Star Valley jumps off sides. That'll result in a first down, and it will be 1st and 10 from about the 36-yard line. 10:53 remaining in the fourth.
6 penalties totaling 45 yards tonight for the Braves. And that will count as a 3rd down conversion. Just the second 3rd down conversion of the night.
Hand off to Ganna, wrapped up in the backfield.
Sam Gaskell.
That's another tackle for loss. Sam on that one back to the 35-yard line.
And looks like they're actually going to take away a yard there.
2nd and 11. McFadden shotgun again, this time to throw. Fires short, caught in the flat. Broken tackle, diving across the 45 to the 47. Will set up another big 3rd down. Bronx will have it on their own 43, looking at a 3rd and 3. Quickly back to the line of scrimmage, no huddle snap. Quarterback keeper, and he will not get the first down, only a yard. Now decision time for Coach McFadden, 4th and 2 from your own 44. He'll line up and at least try and draw Star Valley off sides again. 10 minutes to go in the Hayden Outdoors 4th quarter. Do they hike the ball, or do they just try and draw them off sides and take the timeout? McFadden looking to the sidelines. 4th and 2. He'll step back, reset the offense. Still have some time. No count from the official yet, as time not expiring. They do snap the ball. Screenplay, caught. First down, sideline and out of bounds at midfield, and the Bronx convert on a 4th and 2, and the drive stays alive.
About 6 yards on that one, and got what they needed.
9:33 to go in the game. Braves defense trying to hold on to a 1-touchdown lead in Park County. Here's a handoff to Cannon, and he can't get more than a yard. Cannon Grant brought down after 1 yard up the middle to the Star Valley 49-yard line.
Going back to that conversion to Damian Sander, Cody's 2 for 2 on 4th down tonight. The last one was the touchdown. The second one was that one right there.
Marco Skoric in the tailback. Here's a quarterback keeper, and McFadden dives ahead for 2.
That was a bit of a delayed draw. That just about, to me, that was pretty sneaky. I think I thought there was a little more space there for McFadden. It ends up only being 2.
Now pushing 4 down territory for the Cody Bronx at the Star Valley 47-yard line. 3rd and long this time, 7 yards to go. Bronx need to get to the Star Valley 40-yard line to move the chains. 8:45 to go in the 4th quarter. Braves up by a touchdown, 14-7. Bronx with the ball. Handoff, no play action, ball tipped in the air, knocked down. It was knocked down by Dylan Hershey. Didn't see who tipped it up, but that was dangerous for the Bronx. Hershey batted it down.
Let's see if we can see who got a paw on it here. I believe it
was Gaskell.
Yeah, Sam Gaskell.
Matt McFadden will not go for it on 4th down at the Star Valley 47.
Well, I'll also say this. The Bronx, based on Dylan Hershey's body of work this season, they're fortunate that was not picked off.
Yes.
Dylan has been a ball magnet on defense.
Braves go for the block. McFadden punts it high and short, and it will take a Star Valley bounce and down by the Bronx at about the 27-yard line. The Braves defense does get the stop after the interception, and Star Valley holds on to that 1-touchdown lead. 8:28 to go in the Hayden Outdoors 4th quarter.
And the Cody defense is really what has made what's turned this game closer here in the second half. And so on one hand, you might think, oh, the drive stops, but quite honestly, the Bronx defense is what has kind of sparked them in this second half, and that's the unit that's out there now.
Kyan Watson in at tailback for the Braves. Bunch to the right. Heavy formation on that side. Hand off to Watson going to the right. Sidesteps one tackler, tries to spin away from the next, but can't. He does spin forward for a gain of 1 yard on the first down carry to make it 2nd down and 9. 8 minutes and 15 seconds remaining in the 4th quarter.
14 carries, 50 yards, and a touchdown for Kyan Watson tonight.
Braves still leading at 14-7. Boy, points here would be huge to make it a 2-possession game, but the ball clear back on their own 28. Star Valley taking time off the clock. This time not going hurry up. as they are set but letting time tick.
I think you're waiting for the back judge to start the 10 count. I don't think we're down to the 5 count yet. There he puts up his hand, and now they'll go into motion.
Here's a handoff to Watson, hit in the backfield, and he does get forward progress. Alex Sitz first to make contact. He's had a huge game defensively, and we have an injured Bronc on the play to stop the clock at 7:33.
Yeah, Alex Sitz, number 50. Look at him in there. And I can't see who that is. Might be.
Actually, I have two Broncs on the play. One just getting stretched, looking for attention, or looking for maybe some cramps.
Well, one of his number 52, Jesse Hatch, one of your top playmakers on defense.
He's the one with the cramps.
Okay.
The other player getting some more attention. We'll take an injury timeout and be back after this on SVI.
Discover the thrill of adventure with Salt River Motors, your go-to destination for Polaris side-by-sides, four-wheelers, and sleds. Gear up with premium off-road gear and accessories. And when you are on the road, Salt River Motors keeps you moving with a full automotive service department for tires, shocks, brakes, and comprehensive repair and general maintenance. Visit Salt River Motors on Highway 89 south of Etna or online at saltrivermotors.com.
Time to go back to the field with more live coverage of Braves football on the SVI Sports Network.
Ben Stewart, the injured Bronc, he is able to get up and off the field under his own power, so a good sign.
Starlight comes out facing 3rd and long here. They're 4 of 9 on the night.
7:33. The clock will start when the ball is set on the official signal. 3rd and 10 from their own 27. A huge 3rd down here for Star Valley. Holding on to a 1-touchdown lead, 14-7. Empty backfield. Hovey will throw. Steps up, fires, caught, 1st down. Tackled immediately, but across the chains. It was Travis Thompson on the reception of 11 yards. That's a huge one to move the sticks.
Well, and that is just a great football player route right here. You need 10 plus. You go right there. You get it. Got just what he needed. Man, Travis Thompson's had a terrific game tonight.
There was a great block there by Dane Jensen as well that helped secure the pocket for Phoenix Hovey. Trips to the left side for Phoenix. 7 minutes to go in the game after the Star Valley Orthodontics 1st down. Nathan Hatterley in the backfield. Here's the snap, hand off to Hatterley. Bounces outside, tries to stiff arm across the 40 and does to the 41-yard line. 2-yard gain on the play, and the clock continues to tick now. 6:40 to go in the game, and another Cody Bronc with some cramps.
Well, I don't know if you saw it right there. Damian Sander right there, number 15. He's punching at the ball. That has turned into such a part of defensive football. I guess you rightfully give a lot of credit to Peanut Tillman of the Chicago Bears, the peanut punch, they used to call it. Just trying to knock that ball out when the running back or the receiver is kind of at the end of their run, and he was definitely trying to dislodge it there on Nathan Hatterley. Good job by Nathan, but that's going to be something to watch here in the last 6.5 minutes.
That was Cinch Dalton, who was getting stretched out, and he's off the field. 2nd and 8.
If you're the Bronx, you hope it's only for one play because he is a monster on defense.
2nd down and 8 for Star Valley, now from their own 41-yard line. And they are just taking time right now. They have the 1-touchdown lead, 14-7, and trying to take this clock down as far as they can with a hopeful score at the end. Lancaster in motion, throw ahead to Cooper. Has a little seam, but it closed quick, and he doesn't get much on that toss ahead to him. Just 2 yards to make it 3rd down and 5 to go. Up to the 44-yard line. Another big 3rd down for the Braves.
Both of these teams, you can see why they gash other teams with their speed and their blocking, but for the most part, both of these defenses have done a really good job of just closing the door down really quickly on the other team.
14-7, Star Valley on top with a 3rd and 5. 5.5 minutes to go in the Hayden Outdoors 4th quarter. And there's going to be early movement, I believe, on Star Valley. Flag on the play to blow it dead. It is a false start on the Braves. That'll make it 3rd and 10 now. Back Star Valley up to their own 39-yard line.
7 penalties, 50 yards, and The last false start was on 3rd down as well, so absolutely the worst time to get those. You go from 3rd and 5 to 3rd and 10, and that's just a completely different play call usually.
Preston Ross flanked down to the right side with Lancaster the slot on that end. 2 receivers to the right, tight end on the right side standing. Hovey in the empty set. Man in motion is Lancaster. Set up 4 on the right side. Throwing that way. Goes deep to Roman in double coverage. Did he haul it in? No, he dropped it. It looked like he might catch it over his shoulder falling out of bounds. But it does fall out of his grasp as he falls out of bounds to set up 4th and 10, stopping the clock at 5 minutes to go, and the Braves will be forced to punt away.
And if you're the Bronx, again, your defense does what you need them to do. You force the punt. It's 4th and 10 here. I would imagine this is just going to be a straight punt for Tate Lawson. And if you're Star Valley, you're hoping to get it inside the Cody 20 here with 5 minutes to go.
Here's the snap. Lawson rolls to his right and does the rugby punt again. Just got it away. Fair catch called for and made at the 31-yard line. Cody Bronx football from there.
And getting in there, Alex Sitz got a little closer to Tate than I think the Star Valley fans would have liked. But if you're Cody, here you go. Ball officially spotted in between the 30 and the 31. Let's just call it the 30 for round number's sake. So just under 70 yards to go to tie this game, or potentially even go for a 2-point conversion and win it in regulation. You're at home. We'll see if they get that chance.
Bronx have it in the shotgun, 1st and 10 from their own 31-yard line. McFadden calls for the ball. Play action, roll right, under pressure, sacked by Roman Erickson, huge behind the line. That's a big loss inside the 20-yard line. Roman coming up big.
That's a loss of 12. Again, Cody had a couple of those this half. This time, Roman Erickson. I don't know that there is a better defensive linebacker tackler going down and picking someone's ankles than Roman Erickson. He is just awesome at that.
Now from their own 19, McFadden, quarterback keeper, tackled by Roman Erickson. He does get up the field for about 5 yards, but it is quickly 3rd down for the Cody Bronx and about 17 yards to go. 4 minutes, 10 seconds and counting in the Hayden Outdoors 4th quarter. Huge 3rd down.
Bronx 2 of 10 tonight on 3rd down. This is a long opportunity here.
17 yards to go. McFadden to throw. Steps up, fires short, caught, and going down is Richard for the reception. He will get to the 33.
Got about 7 there.
But it is 4th down, and Cody they just have to punt. You're down a score under 4 minutes to go. You got to hope for a 3 and out now defensively for the Bronx. And Star Valley's defense does their job.
And if you're the Braves, you got to be mindful of something fake here just in case. McFadden probably, I said, he's a coach's kid. He knows all the tricks.
Here's the snap, the punt, does get it away. Kicks it away from Lancaster. He'll field it, though, on the bounce. Broken tackle. Sidesteps the second tackler and can't get away from him. So the recover team does corral Cooper, but it's 1st and 10 for Star Valley. 3 timeouts remain for Coach McFadden and the Bronx defense, with Star Valley up by 1 touchdown, 3 minutes and 27 seconds remaining in the game.
And credit Cody's special teams tackling tonight too, Duke. You and I have seen Cooper Lancaster for the better part of 3 seasons just absolutely terrorize other teams. They've done a good job keeping him in front of them tonight.
Coming down to the stretch, can the Braves offense milk the final 3.5 minutes, or can the Bronx defense get a stop? Again, Cody has all 3 timeouts remaining for Coach McFadden. 1st and 10 from the 32-yard line. Drama at the end, as you'd expect, between the number 1 and number 2. Trips to the left side for Star Valley. Hovey in the shotgun. Calls for the ball. Quarterback keeper. Hovey has some room and brought down near the 1st down, up to the 42, nearly 43.
Yeah, he got
it. It will be a 1st down, an 11-yard carry for a Star Valley Orthodontics 1st down.
How about that?
Oh, there's a flag.
Oh, it's
flag back inside the 25.
Illegal substitution.
Oh, that's huge.
Yeah, it is.
What would have been a 1st down and a chance to milk off more time
So that wipes that play off like it never even happened, as I understand it. Or it's not a spot foul, is it? I thought an illegal substitution was a 5-yard penalty. Why are they backed up to the 10 or to the 18?
That is a great question. The original line of scrimmage
I have
was
no
the
idea
32.
what's happened here.
So they were at the 32, and they're all the way back to the 17. I'm not sure.
Okay.
No one's arguing, though, so it's going to be first and, I don't know, halfway to Powell. 3 minutes remains of the game. Gaskell comes in to play tight end. Hovey in the shotgun. Hand off to the tailback. And a few yards, but not much. Stop shy of the 20-yard line. Timeout taken by Cody to stop the clock. We'll be back in 1 minute on SVI.
Where do legends come from? Some start as dreamers, even after they're turned down again and again. But everyone deserves a chance to prove themselves.
You know, this is the place that gave me an opportunity to come here and play the game that I love.
At the University of Wyoming, we're the team that believes you can do anything. This is where underdogs come to shine and where real MVPs are made.
B&H Auto in Afton has been serving the Star Valley community for over 10 years. With a qualified and trained staff, you can trust B&H Auto for brakes, maintenance, repairs, tires, and more. That's B&H Auto on the north end of Afton. Service you can ride on. Kodiak Mountain Resort is expanding with an indoor heated swimming pool, hot tub, and a new large play set for the kids. These new additions will be for guests only, coming in 2026. Visit KodiakMountainResort.com for reservations.
Hayden Outdoors, fourth quarter. Braves with the backs against the wall after a penalty. 2nd and 22. Trying to hold on to the ball to milk out the end of the game up by a touchdown. Here's a screen to Lancaster. Caught with room. Cuts upfield and more room. Cooper will be near the first down, and he might even have it on a 2nd and 22. The quick slant route to Cooper, and they moved the chains. He needed 22, and he ran for about 21 yards after catch, and a Star Valley Orthodontics first down. That is massive. Just 2 timeouts remain for the Cody Bronx.
Well, yeah, they had an enormous gap to make up there. So basically a 23-yard gain for Cooper Lancaster.
Wow, what a play after the penalty. Now just 2:18 to go. McFadden will not call the timeout. He only has 2 timeouts remaining. One more first down will probably end the game.
I say what hurts even more if you're Coach McFadden is, you basically wasted a timeout on that series.
Hovey in the shotgun as we hit 2 minutes to go. He gets the 10-second call, takes the snap, runs for positive yards up to near midfield. A nice run on the quarterback keeper, and a timeout taken by Coach McFadden. Let's just take a 30-second break, and we'll come back after this on SVI.
At Fall River Propane, we're not just your propane provider. We're the ones who make sure life keeps moving. Fall River Propane. Experience the difference.
Cooper Lancaster, you're watching SVI Media. Let's go Braves.
Lancaster with that huge reception on the slant to convert on 2nd and 22. And that gives Star Valley the first down late in the Hayden Outdoors fourth quarter. 1:52 to go. Coach McFadden only has 1 timeout left. Braves facing a 2nd and 4.
And I didn't mean to say wasted a timeout for Coach McFadden. It's just you use that timeout in this scenario because you need to get the ball back, so you need 3 consecutive stops. And that first down wiped out that timeout. So now the Bronx they're in some dire straits time-wise. They're hoping for a loss of a play, a loss of yardage here, and they're trying to fire up their crowd.
1 more first down will all but end the game with the Braves up by 1 touchdown. 2 receivers left, 2 receivers right. Hovey in the shotgun. Calls for the ball. Quarterback keeper again. He's hit and brought down for a loss on the play. McFadden will use his final timeout to stop the clock to bring up 3rd down and long.
It's not glamorous, but that's the right type of play to call because you force Cody to use her last timeout. I can almost guarantee you this is going to be another run here because once you run the ball, it's going to run the clock because Cody can no longer stop the clock. So
if you get the first down, of course.
Well, if you get the first down, the game's over. But even this next play, you run the ball, and if let's say you get 4 yards and it's 4th and short, the clock's going to continue to run and burn off about half of the time you have left here. And if you're Coach Young, you're saying, hey, let's just go ahead and get the 7 yards. But I would be shocked if this is not a run here. But you know what? Coach Young don't care what I think.
You know what play we have not seen tonight? The delayed draw.
You're right. Braves 4 of 10 on 3rd down tonight. The defenses have really been tough tonight.
Crowd comes alive on what may be the game-deciding play. They go spread offense on 3rd down and 6 yards to go. Braves leading by a touchdown with the ball. 1:44 remains. Lancaster in motion. Hovey rolls to his left. He throws, dive, but incomplete. And that does stop the clock, and it does bring up a 4th down.
So the flip side of that is, yeah, you can end the game with a reception like that, a little bit too far out in front. And then it also tells your defense, hey, you've only given up 7 points tonight, just that far out in front of Travis Thompson. But now you are leaning on this defense, which has been spectacular, to say, okay, you got to hold this team. You got to hold this team out of the end zone for the next minute and a half.
Lawson comes out to punt away. Clean snap, rugby style again, gets it away, up and over the blockers, goes to the left.
Wow.
Beautiful kick by Lawson, 10, 5, dives, and almost trying to save it. Dax Button running down there, tried to dive to save it from going into the end zone, but couldn't quite get there to pin him deep. But what an effort by Lawson and Dax Button.
Boy, what a great replay. Coming right at you. It's coming right at you. Oh, wow. Man, Dax Button, you get the hustle gold star on your chart tonight. Look at that.
So here we are. The 1 versus 2.
Look at him. He came out of nowhere. He was literally 2 inches away from getting that because it bounced on the white line.
Likely home field advantage on the line with 1:29 remaining in the game. And out comes the Bronc offense. They have to go 80 yards with no timeouts remaining. 1:29 to go. Star Valley up 14-7. Can the Braves defense now get it done? Here's McFadden. Quick throw left, caught but on his knees, and that'll be a reception. And the clock continues to run after a 4-yard gain. Down to 1:18. Bronx quickly back to the line of scrimmage. Down in distance, pretty much irrelevant right now. Here's a pass that's incomplete, trying to hit the quick out route to Logan Richard. Or sorry, that was actually Damian Sander. Couldn't connect, and the clock is stopped with 1:12 to go, 3rd down.
Does give the Bronx a chance to kind of gather themselves here. They might even call 2 plays quickly in this dead ball.
Obviously, 4th down situation. 4th down territory, 3rd here. Under pressure, flag on the play to blow it dead. And we'll see what the flag is.
I believe it's going to be a false start.
Flag is on the far sideline, the Star Valley sideline. It is a false start on the Bronx.
Just the 3rd penalty of the night, though, on Cody, and I think I'm almost certain that's the first penalty of the second half.
1:09 to go, and now a 3rd and 11 from their own 19. Bunch trips to the right side, 2 receivers to the left side. McFadden to throw. Steps up, flushed out, he'll tuck and run. Has a block up the sideline and skids out of bounds to stop the clock at 1:03 and brings up a huge 4th down and short yardage situation. Here is the ball game, about 2 yards away. Quickly back to the line of scrimmage. 4th and 2 from the 28. McFadden in the shotgun. In the backfield is Cannon Grant. trips to the right side. McFadden to throw, under pressure. He's sacks, and the Braves get the stop. A turnover on downs.
Ryan Talbot.
Star Valley gets the ball with 56 seconds remaining. 1st and 10 Braves. No timeouts for the Bronx.
Might have been Bryce Erickson in there too, 51. Let's take a look. There you see Ryan Talbot, and then, yeah, Bryce Erickson chum in there as well. Boy, it's a huge play.
56 seconds to go, and that was probably the game ender. No timeouts remaining, and just 2 kneel downs for Star Valley will end the game. Braves take a 14-0 lead into the halftime, and they are held scoreless in the second half, but only allow 1 touchdown for the Bronx. And the Braves now 14-7. Star Valley in the victory formation. Snap, and Hovey takes the kneel down. He'll need just 1 more of those, and the Braves will hold on for a Park County win against the Cody Bronx. The win streak for Star Valley stays alive in dramatic fashion, as Star Valley has now won 28 in a row and will have 2 conference games remaining to secure the 1 seed out of the West.
Well, and this is not one of those, you won't see these guys again. This is, hey, we'll see you next time with the Cody Bronx. I would imagine the way things are setting up, this is going to be another Dayton Laramie unless something else happens.
There's the final kneel down for Phoenix Hovey, and Star Valley will win it. That will send us to your final. The Braves 14, Cody 7, and just like you said, what many expect to be round 1 of the 2025 season. Silver Star Communications post-game show coming your way next. Silver Star Internet, better connected. Learn more at silverstar.com. Your final, Star Valley 14, Cody 7. Let's send it out to Jake Hibbard for the studio report presented by the Lincoln County Weed and Pest.
Wow. Well, look at that game, guys. Woo. Couple of scores come in pretty big, and a nice job by Star Valley on the blocking and weathering some serious defense. I think we Dal said it best. We're getting ready to meet them again a little bit later, and excited to do so. A lot of 3A action in progress right now. Let's go ahead and start though in the 4A ranks with Sheridan, as they have the scoring streak on the line. What are we at now? Like 48 games, folks, something like that. Well, anyways, they're taking on Rock Springs, and they're up last call 14-0. That's Keegan Rager getting that ball in for the score. In Sweetwater County, things looking good. Douglas at Rollins. Douglas is the number 5 team, and it's hard to see, but what else is new in the NFHS? That is Meyer getting the handoff, and you see him right there, maybe, guys, right there? Yeah, he is taking off and running, and before you know it, that NFHS camera just can't keep up. Neither can Rollins. 33-0 the score right now. Let's jump over to Green River, where Maddox Hintz had things going early. Nice play looking to Braxton Doak. A nice floater. Whoa! How do you drop that one in right over the old right shoulder? Perfect. Green River big over Powell right now, 28-0. Good game happening in Evanston. This was Kason Brady getting out of trouble against Jackson's defense. Oh, why do you throw that one into space? Well, it was in space. That one's picked off, but taken out at the 3-yard line. Jackson would run out the rest of the clock in the first quarter. And then look at Grant Johnson running around. Running. Safety valve. Cooper Kinsler comes through and, gets in the corner just by that window. Last check, 15-14, as Evanston, guys, has just scored. And let's take a look at that one right here. That's Kason Brady, again, running. This is a mobile quarterback game, or maybe we're looking for some more blocking. Either way, hey, let's say it's been the mobile quarterback. 15-14, Evanston just scored. Riverton Lander, this was the game of the week on the east side. Blake Gantenbein. What a pretty little dart. If not for a couple of guys in quarterback that we just saw, I think he'd be top of the list for quarterbacks in the state. After that play, 2 later, Riverton extends it from 3-0 to 10-0. They currently lead at halftime 17-0. And folks, top play is in Mountain View. You want to talk about a D1 arm? You want to see a D1 arm? This is Justice Platts Look at this throw. He's going all the way. He's running away from the defense. And then look at this throw. Whoa! Yeah, right on mark. All the way down the field. And, man, how does he do it? Well, I guess that's why Utah Tech wanted him. That's Ashton Colangelo on the backside of that play. Looking pretty strong. Now, let me go really quickly to see what we've got for live scores before I give it back to you guys. Taking a look first at Sheridan. That game's still 14-0. Jackson Evanston still 14-15 with Jackson on top. We're at the half with Mountain View Warland. Really close game, 17-20. Mountain View has the lead. Bobcats of Thermopolis leading Lyman at the third quarter right now, 14-0. Halftime, Central leads East 10-7 in 4A. As we mentioned, Douglas, no problem running over Rollins. That game is at the half as well, 33-0. No real score for Buffalo, but I think it's 10-7 over Dorrington. No score for Thunder Basin and Campbell County right now in the first quarter. And 28-0, Green River still leading Powell. 17-0 was the score for Riverton. Looks like that still is it. I'll send it back to you guys. Nice win.
Oh, indeed, Jake, indeed. Thank you for the highlights. Jake Hibbard, Studio Report, presented by the Lincoln County Weed and Pest. Help keep Star Valley beautiful. Please spray knapweed at your homes and businesses. Contact the Lincoln County Weed and Pest for the details. Star Valley with the win, and Cody, a hard-fought defensive battle. And the final, Star Valley's defense seals the win, 14-7. Dallas, dig into that score by the numbers with the Battleson Brothers Flooring post-game battle stats.
Well, as I do, traditionally I start with the opposing team. I had Cash McFadden tonight, 10 of 14 through the air, just 58 yards for the Bronx through the air tonight. Doing most of that damage was Logan Richard, number 1. He had 4 catches for 23 yards. Number 15, Damian Sander, had 4 catches for 21 yards. On the ground, Cannon Grant, Cannon Grant, 13 carries, 97 yards. He looked like a shoo-in to go over the century mark after that 70-yard run. Just didn't get there, at least on my stat sheet. 14 carries, 13 yards for Cash McFadden. Of course, as the quarterback, you kind of have that feast or famine with quarterback sacks. Running the ball, overall, Cody had 58 yards through the air, 111 on the ground for a total of 169 yards. 1 rushing touchdown for McFadden, 1 interception. That went to Travis Thompson for the Braves.
Now, before you head to Star Valley stats, it looks like we do have Amelia Kazare with the Miles CPA sideline report. She's standing with Coach McKay Young and also Crew Morgan and Roman Erickson. 2 great games from both of them. And I do believe, looks like we are ready. Let's send it down to Amelia Kazare for the Miles CPA sideline report. Millie.
Okay, thanks, Duke. I'm here with Coach and some awesome players. So, you guys, Cody is a really hard team to play. How does it feel to win such a tough game?
You know, it's so fun. Like, these games are so much more fun than, like, the blowout wins, but just they're a great opponent and so grateful to play them. And respect to them for putting together a great team, and it was super fun.
Yeah.
Yeah, I agree with him. Just every win like this, like wins like this in Sugar, feel a lot better than the blowouts, and I just love doing it with my guys. So,
awesome.
Yeah.
Okay, and what factors drive you guys to give your best effort during the game?
I think just looking down to my left and my right and to my teammates and seeing that I'm going not for myself but for them, and I'm just grateful for them and I'm playing for them.
Yeah.
Yeah, I agree. Just my teammates, I see how much work they all put in, our coaches all the time, all the fans that travel, just Star Valley in general, I just play for them.
Awesome. And Coach, it's a huge win. So what stood out to you most about how your team executed?
Again, I told you at halftime how proud I was of the defense. And again, offensively, we put the D in some bad spots in the second half, and time again, the D answered the call. So hats off to these guys. These 2 play our outside linebacker positions, and they caused a lot of problems for Cody tonight. But, you know, to be able to come to Park County and get a win is exciting. We know the conference championship always goes through Cody, and so to be able to get that, keep that conference championship trophy and hopefully turn this into a home playoff game and then another home playoff game. But, you know, the last several years, you know, we get to play these guys twice. And so that's a lot of their guys as we're shaking hands. They're saying, oh, we'll see you guys in a month. We'll see you guys in a month. So a lot of things from this film that we get a chance to look at and fix. We got some progress to make, but more than anything else, proud of our defense and special teams making plays when they needed to.
And what was the biggest takeaway you got?
Just how gritty these kids are. Gritty. They're allergic to losing, and as long as they keep that up, we're in a good spot. Resilience, competitiveness, and you heard Crew and Roman both mention playing for each other. Like, as long as we're willing to do that, as long as we got Mudita, we got Umbutu, this team's in a pretty good spot.
Awesome. Well, thanks so much for your time, and congrats on the win, you guys. It was really good. And back to you.
Thank you, Amelia Kazare, with the Miles CPA sideline report. And that again down there with Coach McKay Young was Crew Morgan and Roman Erickson, both juniors, by the way, on this 28 senior team roster for Star Valley. So still a lot in the wings as well. Final score 14-7. Star Valley with the win over the Cody. Let's wrap up those Battleson Brothers Flooring post-game battle stats. Now we'll look at the Star Valley Braves stat sheet.
Yeah, Phoenix Hovey, 19 of 27 tonight, 246 yards. Didn't throw a touchdown pass. Had a couple of picks tonight. Hats off to Cody's defense. They got that done. Roman Erickson tonight was a problem. 8 catches, 81 yards to lead the way for either team. 3 catches apiece for Sam Gaskell, Cooper Lancaster, and Travis Thompson. A couple of catches, catches for Preston Ross and Caleb Erickson as well. On the ground, Kyan Watson had 16 carries. That was the most on the team. He totaled 51 yards and a rushing touchdown. Nathan Hatterley, 10 carries, 39 yards, and a touchdown. Phoenix Hovey, Phoenix, don't blame me, 7 carries, minus 25 yards. That was that adds in all the quarterback sacks. So through the air, 246 through the air, 61 on the ground for a total of a very Wyoming total of 307 and 2 rushing touchdowns. And the Braves win this one. So 307 for the Braves, 169 for Cody on the total yardage for tonight.
That's a look at your Battleson Brothers Flooring post-game battle stats. Quality, price, and service. Located a block south of the Arch in Afton. That is Battleson Brothers Flooring. As we wrap up Silver Star post-game coverage, Star Valley back at home next week against Evanston. But before that, Dal, how about your player of the game tonight, presented by Star Valley Skidoo?
Well, Roman Erickson didn't just have a big game on offense there. You can see his numbers there. But on defense, several tackles for loss. He was an issue on defense as well from his linebacker position. Really did some great things tonight, and he is my pick for the Star Valley Skidoo player of the game.
Congratulations, Roman Erickson. Top quality products combined with excellent service standards. Visit StarValleySkidoo.com. That is StarValleySkidoo.com. So Braves go to 7-0 on the season. 3-0 inside of Western Conference play, while the Cody Broncs pick up their first loss of the year. 5-1 overall and 2-1 inside of conference play. 2 conference games remain before postseason. All that's left on the Star Valley schedule: Evanston at home next week, Green River on the road the week after that.
Yeah, senior night next week, so make sure you're planning to come on out and really support this team as they wrap up this huge senior class, as they wrap up the regular season, at least for their home schedule. And then, yeah, trip to Green River after that. And then you see what happens. Right now, the Braves have set themselves up to play at home in the postseason, but still 2 regular season games to go.
A great game as expected. It came down to the defenses at the end, and it was Star Valley's defense who had a sack on 4th down, and the turnover on down seals the win. The Braves pick it up in Park County, defeating Cody 14-7. That's it for us tonight. Silver Star post-game coverage. Find them online at silverstar.com. Duke Dance with Dal Erickson. Production by David Kazare. Assisted by Sage Jacobson. Amelia Kazare on the sideline. Kenna keeping us on the airways back in the studio on Swift 98. And as always, a great camera crew bringing you the live 4K high-definition shots on the SBI Sports Network. Thank you for joining us. We'll see you back home next week against the Red Devils in Afton on SBI Sports.